Goodness gracious you. All right. Where's everything? Last week, I was watching back and I got totally confused about shoving, because Vindaris, you would have definitely added your proficiency when you were shoving, because you're proficient in athletics, and I said like you don't add your proficiency for some reason, but we ended up doing it properly anyway after the first one, because you were then just doing your athletics check.
Oh yes, yeah.
So it didn't really matter, but I just noticed. What else? Oh yeah, the pickaxe. I said that you, if you miss the AC by 5 or more, then it will damage the weapon. I feel like that's probably a little bit draconian, so I'll make it like a little bit, maybe 7 or something like that. I'm never really quite certain how strong bronze tools are. Like in the Bronze Age, like were they, like compared to iron or steel, like how much could you use like a bronze like axe to easily chop down like a big thick tree, or like I've kind of struggled to fully grasp that. Oh yeah, so the last thing that came up was the standing long jump. There, I can't talk properly. And it was, we were trying to jump 1 meter, which just seemed like it was basically the same as walking.
A step.
Yeah. I couldn't find a clear consensus online about this. But I think that actually it would be the same as moving 1 meter, because it's just you're jumping 1 meter, you're moving 1 meter. But the only thing is that you're kind of said to like occupy this meter by meter square for the purpose of combat. So this sort of question of like, where exactly are you standing in the stair and in the square, and are you jumping from the edge of the square to the edge of the stair? It seems like you would be able to like make a jump that way. But then if we said that, like, would it also mean that you could also kind of move 2 meters? Like, because the grid is obviously like a sort of an abstraction, so I don't know like exactly where to sort of put the rule there. Let me see. Yeah, maybe what I'd do in the future is just ask for a check. In that case, it seems reasonable to me that you like might be able to jump further than your jump distance slightly and kind of grab on the other side. But to attempt it would just be risky. But anyway, we mostly kind of did it in a way that made sense, I think.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like the way you've been playing the game as well, if you just stood still from a standing spot and you leapt forward, you'll be clearing that meter. You know what I mean? Just from a standing.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, I don't know if it makes sense to like use an abstract like quantum in some situations and not in other situations. Like, so it's like, I guess that's why I'm kind of like, I'm not exactly really sure what to do about it. But I feel like it's like generally we just say, a 1 meter jump, it is going to take you into the next square. But if you want to do something that's like, I want to jump like a little bit further than that, then I'd probably go like, okay, give me a check, and if you pass, then you're fine.
Prince of Persia style.
In general, it's probably like a reasonable way to resolve anything. But yeah. That was everything I noticed when I was rewatching. Let's do a recap. And you wouldn't believe how many iterations I had to go through to get this fucking image. It was like producing like a guy with like an owl on his shoulder, like all kinds of shit. There's one of them where it's like a statue pointing, and for some reason there's like this woman crouching in the corner of the room. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, what could you all remember from the session last week?
The woman in the corner of the room.
Yeah, she's fucking creepy, man. Like,
She was weird. I didn't like that one bit.
yeah, you guys just like closed the door again, like.
Yeah, it's like when you accidentally open a door. I don't know if you guys have ever been on trains like this, but in the UK there are trains. The trains have bathrooms, but the doors don't lock properly. So sometimes people will barge in on you by accident when they go to open the door because it doesn't lock properly.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt like that in the moment.
I guess that's what happened.
Yeah, we kind of just walked in and went, oh.
Yeah, and that was the sum of Rakar's revenge.
Yeah, we're so clever as well. Got through the puzzle.
Yeah.
All these tricky puzzles.
The tilting bridge and the flame jets and the sliding stairs, and also the three stone doors, which you picked the right one. But yeah. Well, I won't say anything. I don't know. You might go back down there. You never know.
Small sacrifice of Twig's followers.
Yeah. They made it pretty far. They were pretty useful.
Still gone too soon.
They will return. We fought these zombies. Our zombies.
Yeah, winged skeleton ones. There's quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah, like waves.
You had a very effective web trap.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Being out.
I just love the comedy of like the image of three skeletons accidentally kind of merging into one creature as they're trying to like escape the web, but they all get stuck at the same point. That's the image I had in my head. No, not even like their bones were like pushing each other's out of the way and they became like one jumble of bones in one space is what I was thinking.
A mixed skeleton.
Yeah. A skeleton salad, if you will.
Ooh. Vindar's got a nice new bling.
Yes.
Oh yeah. A necklace and also some dark vision parasites in his eyeballs.
Yes.
And a holy symbol.
So you see a
First
bit
one
of
in the
blood.
party.
A little bit of blood from Vindarus's eyes
Ooh.
as they kick in.
That's metal, but also gross.
Yeah, and that was pretty much it. It was just a dead end. But you managed to climb your way back up these stairs. Oh yeah, you found the switch. One of the tiles in the wall was able to be pushed, and the stairs like. And you come back up here into this crypt area. Nothing has changed. You can just hear the sound of the wind kind of blowing through here like the breath of some giant sleeping creature. And these walls are all lined with recesses filled with sarcophagi. As you know, you killed all the skeletons that crawled out of them. And yeah.
Shall we keep going down this way?
Yes, let's go.
Actually, somebody probably needs a control ready. Who would like the honor?
Ooh, we should roll for it. Okay. Okay, you want to do it? Because, okay, I'll be 1 to 2, and Darius, you can be 3 to 4, and then Tari can be 5 to 6. How's that?
Like, fair warning, I'm having a bit of trouble with Foundry at the moment, so it's a little bit delayed.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we go with either Anna or Angela.
Then I'll be 1, 2, 3. Angela, you 4, 5,
4, 5, 6.
All right.
Oh, it's a 3.
Anna, I'll give you ownership.
Good luck. Lately, green flame, turtle,
Green.
horror, symbolite.
Recti, you can go first.
Is there any other peculiar noises coming from this passageway that might be echoing down?
You don't really hear anything other than, just this breeze.
Is there...
And along the walls, are they still sarcophaguses? Or are they stone and...
Yeah, there's probably some on either side, I think. There would be the occasional one on the outside. Maybe there would be more of them lining this inner wall. And so, Vindaris, you can see in the dark, and Yao Mei is carrying this flaming sword. And as you come down here, you see another one of these stone
Either
doors.
Reti or Vindaris also has a torch. I can't remember which one.
I think it... Oh, yeah, because you did light it just before climbing the stairs. Okay, I'll give Reti a torch.
Guys, I might quickly have a look down this passageway, down here, around the corner, see what's there. If we think about heading into the door first, I'll just have a quick look.
Hey, I'll cover you. Oh wait, I can't see anything.
More passageway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Twiggy's gonna open this door.
He's about a meter away from the door. So it would make it difficult for him to open it from there. And it'll take a fair bit of pushing to open it.
Okay. So Twig will open the door.
Okay, as you pull open this door, you begin to push it to the side and it slides across. You see too late that there appears to be some kind of copper wire that is kind of bridging the gap between the end of the door and the wall. And as you pull it open, it sort of pulls this wire, and all of these sharp bronze rods push up from the floor below you and destroy the stone, which is now apparently this sort of like a thin piece of stone that's been laid over this like hollow chamber below where these like sharp rods are, and they just come up like and impale you.
Oh my god.
And so you take 3d6 piercing damage.
Holy crap. Alright.
But the door is, after that, able to be slid open.
Am I able to look at the stone across there for any more copper wires or rods or anything else?
When you say across there, where do you mean? Oh, like directly to the north of you? Yeah, so this copper wire would probably be running actually along the track that the door is in. So it's right at the base. And now that you've pulled the door open, Yeah, it's just kind of like lying there in the track. You don't see anything that would indicate that there's more copper wires.
Okay. I'll gently move. Whoop.
And within that, you might explain it now. I was going to say, within the room in the center, is that an pedestal altar?
Yeah, so in here, you think that you find yourself in some kind of treasury. In the middle, there is a stone platform with a large stone coffer on it with a stone lid, and the back wall is lined with stone shelves. And lining these shelves are jewelry and gems and figurines and statuettes, and various other things. Maybe some tools for crafting and hunting and farming, charms and talismans made of bone and stone. And probably bronze and gold as well. And you can also see ornate bronze weapons hanging from the walls to the left and the right. And all around you also are these marble sculptures and stone urns lining the back, like on the floor before these shelves at the back. Yeah, these marble sculptures are just of various Owlfolk warriors and priests and important individuals. Some of them full, the full body, and some of them just like a bust on a stone block. But yeah, this looks like some sort of treasure hoard to you.
Team, what we've seen so far, be very cautious of anything that you touch. We're here to look for this great evil.
Big is making his way to the central altar. Yes, great evil. Is there any... Can Twig inspect, like, the sides of this pedestal? Or any traps? Any switches? Any copper wires?
Yeah, how do you do that? Describe what you do to investigate.
I'm sort of, like, looking closely underneath and around. I'm pretty cautious about actually touching anything. Yeah, mainly just with my eyes.
Yeah, so you look around this stone coffer, if that's what it is, and you do see something. You see that running along the base of it, like the sort of skirting of the coffer on the outside, there are what almost look like, and this is running around the whole coffer at the base, like just lines of narrow slits. It kind of looks like vents, perhaps, running the whole way around. You don't know if it's decorative or functional in some way, but you do note that.
I'll point it out to the others.
Otherwise, you probably just see some patterns and designs, and maybe, little, just little figurative designs of owls and things like that. But nothing else in particular.
Is there airflow coming up from these slits? If we put that hand up against it, do we feel a draft?
No, you don't notice anything like that.
Do we hear anything?
No.
Smell anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Taste anything? Like it? Just to note, Naomi does not do that.
Tastes like stone.
Nasty stone, probably.
Poison stone.
Oh no!
Should I touch it?
Do you think you could send Leaf in to have a look? In the gap?
I was thinking, but I don't know if you can see much in the dark. I mean, but we could try.
Yeah, I guess there is some light from us.
Yeah, maybe if we put the light right next to these vents. Can Leaf fit through one of these little vents?
Yeah, that works. Leaf can crawl in through these vents. And if you kind of hold a torch or the flaming sword nearby, you can shine light into there. And do you look through Twig's eyes? I mean, Leaf's eyes? Mm-hmm. So, inside... Inside you see a clay container with a clay stopper in it. It is just sitting in the middle of this small chamber beneath the coffer, behind these vents. And the stopper has a copper wire attached to it. And it is then running up through the bottom of the coffer.
Is Leaf able to follow this copper wire?
He can't fit through the gap that the copper wire goes through.
Okay.
It's pretty snug. Just a very small hole.
I feel like this is a trap.
Is Twig relaying this information to us?
Yes.
Twig, do you think Leaf can bite through the wire? Nibble through?
Does it look like Leaf could bite through? I guess Leaf doesn't really have teeth like us. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a spider could bite through a copper wire. So I'm going to say that you probably feel no.
Okay.
Maybe we just don't open it. Because that seems like the safer choice.
Yes. I see. I see what you're saying.
Is there anything else in there that would be weird or ominous? Or creepy or evil?
As in, do we sense like an evil?
Yeah, like, does it... Because you know how most... I mean, I would say most creatures can probably tell if there's another sort of entity in the room. Does it feel like that? Is what I'm trying to ask.
You don't get any sense like that.
You'd have gone for detect magic, hey?
Yeah, I hadn't used my spell already. Can I use it again? No. No, I can't.
Well, I guess we could come back.
Yeah. I think maybe we come back. If there's nothing obvious in the room.
Yeah, would there be anything in these urns?
How do you determine that? If you open one?
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah,
check carefully.
Yeah, the urns have jewels and things in them.
Ooh,
And
I'm
just
gonna take these
Various
jewels.
possessions. Well, the whole room has, on the shelves that are lining the back wall as well, there are like just various possessions, tools and figurines and jewels and jewelry and things like that.
Does it look like there's been any movement in this room? Along the floor? If it's been quite old and dusty, and can we see a path of travel?
Yeah, looking around, you don't see anything like that. It doesn't actually look like anyone's been in here for, at least, yeah, the floor is blanketed in dust. You can see twigs, little footprints leading around to the right of the coffer.
I am so curious, though.
Wig.
Yes.
Through Leaf's eyes, was there much slack on that bronze wire from the urn or the pot to the penetration?
Leaf, is there much slack?
It doesn't look like there's any slack. It's just going directly from this stopper up into the bottom of the coffer.
Okay.
Is it suspended? No.
No.
Okay.
The container is just sitting there. It's just like a clay vial sitting underneath the coffer.
Does the coffer have a lid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't see into the coffer. You don't know what the contents of it are.
How high were the openings, those slits, along the pedestal of where the coffer sits?
Maybe only like 3 centimeters, something like that.
Tiny. Okay.
What if... Hey, you guys had that freezing idea before. Maybe we could stop this mechanism by trying to freeze it through these holes.
Because I think as soon as we lift the lid, it will either take the lid off the vial or knock the vial over. I'm not sure.
Okay. Another plan. What if I aimed a firebolt and tried to melt that vial? Try to sever that connection.
Or I could try that.
Oh, you can try it?
I'll give it a try.
Oh yeah, because you got your sword.
The sword
Try and
wouldn't
just cut
fit
it.
through the vents.
It's only
Well, so I wouldn't be able to reach, even if I was just kind of poking through.
No.
it's only
Okay.
3 centimeters high.
Yeah, and only a few millimeters wide.
I see. I thought it was like open, more open than that.
Maybe the firebolt could work. I was even thinking, Leaf, maybe Twig Leaf can spin a web around the lid of the vial.
Ooh.
Just to give it a bit more, to keep it closed.
Okay, that's a good idea.
A bit more.
Okay. Leaf can spin the web, and I'll try and slice up the copper with my spell.
So you spin a little bit of web in order that you can set fire to it with the firebolt. Is that the idea?
No, the web will keep the stopper in the clay pot, so like around the stopper and the pot, like neck.
I would say that seeing as Leaf doesn't have a particular ability that allows it to spin a web, that maybe it can spin a web, but it wouldn't be, you don't think, like a powerful web.
Okay.
Well, a little bit might still come in handy. Maybe if he does that and comes out, and then Twig will try and cut the wire with a firebolt. You want me to make a...
Well, so how do you get the firebolt through these little vents?
I mean, I guess I would just imagine I would aim it through the vent.
Because it's a fairly large chamber in there, so I feel like if you just shoot a firebolt at it, most of the firebolt will kind of just explode on the side of the vents. Maybe some flame will get in there, but if your aim is to sort of melt this copper wire, I think, like, I would say you don't feel that would be quick, at least.
What if I try and focus? Nah, I got nothing.
I want to suggest something, but like maybe Ratty could help us. But I also don't want to. But things like I don't want to like metagame.
Well, you can all discuss openly, so like you would be able to ask him. You're just kind of standing around this chamber.
Yeah. Or Twig might have. I'm not sure. Is there any other way that we could heat up this copper wire? Possibly to disintegrate it?
What are you thinking?
Myself?
Yeah. What, are you driving at a particular skill or ability or something, or?
A particular spell.
Go. You can say what it is. Like you guys would be able to discuss your magical abilities with each other. Like.
I was saying possibly if you had the similar to Smith, like a heat. If you can use that heat metal spell.
Yeah.
Disintegrate it.
Ready does not have heat metal. It's here, but it's not prepared.
And the druid craft probably wouldn't work because that's more nature-y things, isn't it? It's not for destruction.
Or Twig, do you have, or maybe it's a radio question, maybe like a levitate spell? We can lift the vial with the bronze that gives us enough room to lift the lid and to cut it, then you can lower that vial down.
Levitate.
I don't think a druid
like a
can
reverse
do
featherfall.
levitate. I could be wrong though.
No. Coming up empty here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. What if What if... Do I have any... Okay.
Wait a second. Isn't there a wire running around the outside of this coffer?
No.
Oh, was that somewhere else? Oh, it was on the door, wasn't it?
I think it was the door, yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting myself a little confused.
That's all right.
Ignore me.
No, it's always hard when you're trying to describe, you know, like... I understand.
I'm trying to like visualize, and I thought the copper wire like came out into like from the jar and then was like running down on the floor and then around the outside, and I was like, oh, we could do that, but then yeah, if that's not how it's set up, then that's not gonna work.
Does anyone have any wood shavings or little pieces of bark, perhaps? I got some cactus needles, but anyone has anything better?
What were you thinking?
Well, I could pass them to Leaf, and you can start piling them up at the base of this copper wire, and then I could set fire to it, and then it'll burn and melt it.
I think also, like, you would probably have some understanding that, like, heating a copper wire up enough to melt it would take quite a bit of heat, and maybe, like, some sustained heat.
Okay. Well, I'm out of ideas. And let me just take some of these precious gems.
Yeah, if you want to take some of the things lining the room and some of the stuff in the urns, let me see what you find. All right. So you find, let me see, 3 blue quartz crystals, 2 eye agates, and a hematite, an opaque grey-black gemstone. You think these altogether are worth about 30 gold pieces?
Okay.
So they're all 5 gold pieces each.
Oh, okay.
You also find another iron rod, similar to the one that you had previously, Vindaros, that you gave to the bronzesmith. This one's like a little bit longer and a little bit thinner, but it's I think was it him that called it iron, or I forget who?
Yes, I gave it to Reddy. Yeah, no, he identified it and I kept it and handed it off to Righty.
Yeah. So this you recognize this as, yeah, you think this is another rod made out of this same material, this strange iron. Okay. You also find, let me see what else you find in here. You find a tiny bell, like a little tiny like brass bell. You find a couple of potions.
Ooh.
They, just small clay vials. You can pick them up and kind of shake them, and they seem to have still some kind of liquid in them. Perhaps preserved by magic. They have arcane sigils written on the outside of them as well.
How
so you're
many?
pretty sure these might be some kind of magical potion. 2.
Can I open the stopper and inspect one of them with smelling?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check if you want to smell it. $13. With a 13, you think you get some sense that the magic imbued in this potion has something to do with like sharpness. Like it maybe you could kind of use it to sharpen something or to give something extra like stabbiness. You're not exactly sure. It just kind of reminds you of things that you've learned about. You don't have a specific you can't zero in on what it is specifically.
Interesting.
Do you wish to do the same for the other one?
Yes, please. Do I try and make another Arcana check?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so this one... this one you think is some kind of antitoxin. You think this would be good against poison. This one you can identify, so I'll post in here what it does. Whoop. This is, just antitoxin. And there's just one vial of it. I'll say there's 2 vials of it, actually. You explain this to Retty and he repeats it back to you. The weapons lining the walls, you can have any basic bronze weapon from the player's handbook. And you also find, let me see, you find another gold bracelet, a small one, a large obsidian rock, you find 3 silver ewers. Ewers? Is that how you say that? 3 silver ewer. What did I say? Small gold bracelet. And a large obsidian rock. Also a valuable looking, or 2 valuable looking clay ewers. You find like a bunch of bronze cloak pins. You find like 6 in total. And you find an amber amulet. You find probably 4 amber amulets of different shapes and sizes. And you find a bag of gold dust. And you find some ruby dust. You also find a loop of copper wire.
Oh, this is a hole.
And let me see, what else? Okay, you find actually 2 other clay vials. These ones have symbols of Vrakar on them. And they look like they have remnants of paint on them. One of them looks like it was, although it's mostly worn away, it looks like it was once painted white. And the other one looks like it was once painted black.
I might hand these to Vindaros and ask if he recognizes what it might be.
Well, do I recognize what it might be?
Oh, sorry, you were asking me. Do you recognize what it might be? How do you try to determine it?
I'm just trying to recall any ceremonies that we might have had back in our lands, or
I mean, just looking at the
tributes.
Just looking at the containers, you can't really gather much, but you feel like they're important because they have symbols of Rakhar on them, and the paint also strikes you as significant.
Yeah. Thanks, Twig. I might need to borrow your expertise later on.
You also find an old flute, kind of like still intact, and a lyre as well, without any strings, and also maybe kind of falling apart. And there would also be some evidence of like clothing in here, like fine clothing. It would probably be pretty worn. You just find like, yeah, mostly just kind of tattered clothes and things. And that's probably approximately everything.
Mindaris would like to, weapon-wise, if you could find a warhammer, a bronze warhammer on the wall.
Yeah, you can find that. I will add it to your inventory in a second. Let me see. Okay. I'm not sure if I have a bronze warhammer, but maybe I can just... Oh yeah, bronze warhammer. There we go.
Thanks.
Should be in there now.
I'd love to pick up a dagger if there are any.
Yep, there's a few daggers.
Okay, I'll just pick like a small one.
Okay. Bronze dagger.
Always better to have an extra weapon.
A dagger in your boot.
Exactly. Better than a snake in your boot, as my mum always used to say.
So wise.
She was.
Can we add all these other items to our inventory later on?
I've added all of them. Except for the instruments.
Oh, okay.
You've added them to your inventory, Twig?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sweet.
Should we try and... Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We should probably come back to this if we decide we want to open this thing in the middle. maybe for now we just leave.
Yep, let's continue.
Anna, just be careful of moving two creatures at the same time, because I don't know what the deal is, but it just seems like for some reason you can more easily move
through the
tokens
walls.
through the walls than you used to be able to.
Hmm.
But also remember you can use the arrow keys, so you can just kind of like walk around, or the WASD keys.
Yeah. Just have to keep switching.
You can't select both of them and move them that way?
I can, but when I walk through walls.
I don't think so if you're doing it that way. Oh yeah,
Well,
no, that's alright.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll do that then.
Do we see a change in the hallway as we walk around, or is it still pretty uniform as we've seen so far?
It's pretty uniform, but once you come over to where you are here, you see a stone door that has been sort of cracked and like forced off its tracks, and there's a bunch of like rubble. It's like sort of partially open, and there's a bunch of dirt and rubble kind of piling through from the other side.
I think that was me. Well, at least it didn't lead anywhere cool.
Ah. We've been here before. Hmm.
Okay.
I guess I guess we've explored this tomb almost completely.
So back to the room with the big stone block.
Yeah, it's either that or there's stone doors downstairs. What'll it be, guys?
I really want to open that coffer thing.
Okay.
Range trust. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
I'll move you over there.
Oh.
Oh, thanks. Oh my gosh, what did we just do?
Yeah, I was like, I haven't said I'm actually opening it yet.
Copper
Oh no.
wire.
If I just go in and open it.
Be careful of the door.
It's probably bad.
Hey, what about that
Oh.
stick?
Hmm.
That rod?
Rick, what do you think
Oh.
if you're of the magical variety and potions, what do you think would be in there?
Yeah, does Twig have any idea of what that clay pot might hold? Like, it probably, like a potion, but I don't know if you could tell what kind.
There's nothing on the pot that gives any indication of what might be in it.
I'm thinking to the party, if it does let off a gas or vapor, we need to get rid of that. Can we get rid of that somehow?
Do we have any wind abilities?
In the ceiling in this space, was it actually solid stone?
Yes. Yeah.
Would Druidcraft be able to create a wind? Like a tiny, harmless sensory effect. Oh no, that will predict what weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours. Okay. Oh, a puff of wind.
Only a puff of wind, though. But yeah,
We might need a little gust of wind.
and it fits in a 1 meter cube.
Ooh. No, there is Ready can do warding wind.
Is it prepared?
Yes. So
What does that entail?
a strong wind blows around you in a 2 meter radius and moves with you, remaining centered on you.
2 meter radius. Okay, guys, let's have a look around. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
For how long?
10 minutes.
I think only one person should go in case it's a big. Well, in case it sets off an explosion of some kind or
That's true.
fire or something. I'm happy to do it because I'm just so curious. Just want to know.
Because we know Randy said he can hold his breath for an hour. So if it's a gas or vapor,
Can he actually?
yeah, Archelons.
You can.
Cool.
Vindaris knew an Archelon.
Sherman.
Well, I mean, okay.
But then again, that's if it's a gas or a vapor. If it's an explosion, that's a different story.
Yeah. And I'm happy to just do it. I'm kind of strong. I can probably open it.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can help you in some way. Okay.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever done in this game.
Or what about if you sent in Leaf to keep an eye on that wire as Yao Mei opens it?
Yeah.
If he does it slowly.
Yeah, and Leaf can report back.
3 temporary hit points.
Oh yes. I will give Yao Mei this lucky flower.
Oh, well, thank you. Do it. I eat
Yeah,
it,
but-
right?
Sniff it, sniff it.
Sniff it?
Yeah, sniff it.
Yao Mei, maybe if you're going to open the lid, don't open it. See if you can twist it so it pivots, so you're not actually, because it's a rectangle.
Yeah, well, it's not a lift. It's too heavy, I think. I'd have to twist it.
Yeah, so twist it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't pull on that copper wire. And
Okay.
then maybe there's enough room to sneak and have a look in there before.
Okay. I will do that.
I might just close the door behind you. Don't worry. I'll open the door.
Wait, what?
Just
Remember,
in
it's
case.
a big, heavy, you can't kind of just quickly close it. It's like...
Okay, I'll leave it open.
Okay.
Not saying you shouldn't do that, just wanted to make sure it was clear.
No, the door is dangerous.
Is the lids that rectangle in the center there of that pedestal?
Yes.
Around the edge there, so that's the size we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the smaller one. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I reach over and I put my hands on it just to start. I'm not pushing yet, I'm just touching. I kind of just look back through the door. We ready? I mean, I'm not ready. You guys aren't ready. Is ready?
Actually, is there hinges on it? Yeah, mate, is there
ready.
hinges on it? Or is it like a stone slab?
Yeah, that's what I was about to check. I wanted to kind of peer over. You know, like when you kind of get on your tiptoes and you're like looking over something?
You don't see
You
any
kind of
hinges.
crane. Okay. It doesn't look like it. Should I do it?
Twig, all clear? Lifts ready?
Leaf's ready.
Okay. Okay.
If you see any movement.
Okay. I put my hands back on the corner of it.
Go slowly. Sorry.
And I look back again. And I give it the most gentle kind of push to see if it has any sort of give, if I just put a little bit of weight on it to see if it'll just sort of twist a little.
It's surprisingly light.
Okay.
It's pretty thin for what it is. I mean, it's still
Okay.
a big piece of stone, but yeah, lighter than you anticipated.
Does anything happen down below?
How much did you move it?
I'd say as little as possible, so like a couple of centimeters at most, just initially.
A couple of centimeters?
Yes. Like
And
2 or 3.
And the aim is to just like spin it on the center axis?
Yeah, just to see if it'll like, if the lid will twist rather than trying to lift the lid off.
Okay, give me a dexterity check to see if you can sort of twist this lid on its central axis without pulling it to the right or the left or
Okay.
in any particular direction.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that, and nothing happens. Twig, you don't see the copper wire being pulled pulling the stopper out of the container through Lee's eyes.
It's going well. Nothing's happening.
Oh, you're on mute.
Thank you. Okay, I'll do it again. Another couple of centimeters. And then just like jump back. Just in case.
How many times are you going to do it?
I'm probably going to do this until something happens. Like, I'll do it a couple of centimeters each time, very, very carefully, and get the all clear from Twig.
Okay,
And if it starts moving, I'll stop.
give me one more dex check at advantage.
Okay.
You are
Hey.
able to, in this manner, very slowly twist the lid around on the central axis without pulling the stopper out of this bottle. And you can now, as Vindaris thought you might be able to, see into this coffer. And if you kind of hold your flaming sword over it, you can see that this coffer is full of. It is full of gold. It's full of gold coins, but they're really, you recognize them as, you think that they're gold coins, but they're kind of the size of like plates. They're like really big gold discs. And you can reach in and grab them at this point pretty easily. They are not all gold, there's also bronze and silver. And on them all is the bust of a helmed humanoid.
Does it look like the owl folk?
No.
Huh. Hey guys, come have a look at this. Does it look like any creature we've maybe seen before?
It reminds you of the giant statue that came alive and attacked you beneath the castle ruins when you first arrived in Ascentus. And also of the magic face that appeared and spoke to you at the door in some sort of strange language. Essentially, it's like a human with like a with a helm.
It's those weird things again. The really big ones. Isn't that strange? Wonder why they had these.
You find 867 copper plates, copper discs, but you can just treat them as I'll say that basically you are able to estimate their value by sort of comparing them to the money that you already have in size. So it's the equivalent of that. The equivalent of 867 copper and 203 silver. And 16 gold.
Well, that's cool. Hey, I think we could trade with these.
Mm. Do you
Okay,
want
I'm
me
gonna.
to... Go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna offer them to Twig
Oh.
to take them since Twig seems to be our treasurer.
Scroll them away.
Okay.
103.
Okay. I've got the numbers if you need them again.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Very good. They've stored like nice and neatly in his backpack. They're huge. I don't know how this is gonna go.
I'm happy to take these off you if you want. So,
Oh yeah, actually, yes, they did add a lot of weight to my pack.
You can also use that manage currency
convert
button.
I see. Okay, let me do that. Ooh, offer currency to someone.
Oh yeah, that's just that new mod that I added, which will allow you to like
I'm gonna
give things to
offer.
each other.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Did you get it?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just type it in manually. It didn't move across to the.
Yeah, it didn't get rid
Okay,
of it from mine.
Really?
So it's
Bloody hell.
Maybe it doesn't work with money.
I knew there were going to be
Properly.
problems. Well, I didn't know, but I suspected there were going to be problems.
What's that color of a 2-cent piece? 16 gold.
Oh.
You feel that that's pretty much everything that this room had to offer you.
Splendid.
Good work, Yao Mei.
Yeah. That's some nice lead work.
I didn't die. That's pretty cool.
Okay, next question. There was that other door. Maybe someone can remind me. In the kitchen. That we couldn't get through as well.
Oh yeah.
Towards this. Was it
that not
blocked?
the one covered with rubble?
Yeah.
It was rubble and earth.
Yeah. There was like a patch in it covered by rubble.
But in that room, there was another door which Leaf was able to climb. Leaf was able to climb under the door and into the room, but it was too dark to see anything.
Oh, yeah.
The first door we looked at. Towards we'll say like the southern end of that room.
Oh, yeah, we could go back there.
Let's look.
Let's do it.
Okay.
It's just funny watching you like manage like 3 tokens and this like little 2 big tokens and this little spider.
I'm just trying not to step on Leaf.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay away from Leaf because he still doesn't like spiders.
Leaf wouldn't hurt.
I know.
He would hurt a fly. He would hurt a fly.
He would eat a fly.
Twig, I think you passed it.
Oh. Stores.
And yeah, in here there is like some sunlight shining through from above that rubble as well. There's some gaps in the ceiling.
That skylight.
And so yeah, this door was, you just couldn't open it.
What if we try break it down?
Can we
I don't
recall
wanna do that to
why
my
we
shoulder again.
couldn't open it?
It just seemed stuck.
Okay. Can Twig, do you also want to? We'll have a look at if there's any traps before we try to open this door again.
Yes.
Since you, so Vindaris would like to have a look for any traps with Twig's expertise as well. Since he found the last ones, he can find some good traps.
Where do you look?
Along the bottom of the door.
Yeah, the threshold and the door frame.
So you run your
Above?
you run your hands along the door frame, and you look along the track and the slot above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't find anything particularly irregular. I mean, the stones are worn and cracked, but nothing jumps out at you.
Okay. And it's a sliding door, similar to the other doors.
You think so, except that it looks the same.
A bit jarred. Can Vindaros actually use one of his flasks of oil along the track to lubricate the door to help it slide?
Okay.
I'll use one of those up now.
So you try to tip this oil into this track.
Oh, on the track, yeah.
The oil seeps under the door. There is it does seem to get into this crack, but it doesn't make it easy for you to slide the door open. It's still stuck.
Okay.
Depending on, yeah, I mean, if you're just trying to slide the door open, as opposed to,
Yeah, no, I'm still trying to slide it open. If all the other ones slid open.
yeah.
And the tracks look similar to the other doors? Like it's either going to slide left or right?
You think so?
Okay. Is there any indentation in the door that he could grip to help slide the door open? Finger
Not
grips, hand
really.
grips?
No, it's just a sort of a mostly smooth stone slab.
Okay. do you think, guys?
Break it down.
I'm happy to help you try. But I wasn't a lot of help last time. It kind of hurt my shoulder.
Wonder if there's some sort of tool we could use, perhaps.
You've still got the pickaxe and shovel and...
Ooh.
You were able to use those to smash through the door at the entryway. Although you feel it was made easier for you because it was cracked by Brackeyes interference.
Okay. I think it's pickaxe time. I'm just trying to think of...
Would Twig be able to run back to the other room with the bronze weapons and pick up a pickaxe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there'd probably be a couple
Maybe
of
I'll pick up
pickaxes in there.
a couple of them so we could ruin them. Okay.
All right.
He's gonna grab a couple.
I'll give you a pickaxe.
Who else wants a pickaxe?
I've got one, thanks.
Okay.
But we can treat it as a hand axe if you're proficient with hand axes. Otherwise, I think for Twig, you would still need to use it like a improvised weapon.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'll take one.
Okay. Bronze. Oh, hold on. There you go. Wait. Did it go in there?
No.
Where is it going? That is strange. Like, somewhere it's going to suddenly turn out that Yao Mei has... Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so you've got a bronze pickaxe, Yao Mei, in the loot section.
Awesome, thank
and
you.
And Twig, you should have one as well.
Oh, yes, I do.
All right, let's ruin these things.
All right, so if you're proficient with a hand axe, you can give me an athletics check and add your proficiency bonus. Otherwise, just give me a flat athletics check.
Okay.
So I think, Twig, in your case, you're not proficient in athletics, so you can just give me an athletics check as well.
It's the thought that counts.
Twig, that damages the pickaxe. So it'll take like a -1 to its damage.
Actually, mine will be -4. It's not 29. It's 25.
Okay. 25. You are able to kind of like sort of get it pretty well into this door, and it creates some cracks and things, and some pieces of the stone door are sort of loosened and fall onto the floor. You're able to make a bit of a hole in it. So give me some damage from a. Do you have a hand axe?
I do. I've just got the great. Oh, I've got.
Forget what a hand axe.
A great
does.
axe, but I think that's a 1d10.
1d6?
I think. Nah. Oh, actually, you're right. Yeah, it is a great. Oh no, that's a two-handed weapon. It'll be a 1d. The warhammer single-handed is 1d8.
Oh no, not a warhammer, just like a hand axe. So just give me 1d6.
Okay, 1d6.
Plus your
plus
your athletics
4.
mod.
Oh, 7.
I'm so sorry. I've forgotten what I'm supposed to be rolling because Foundry glitched and it's been a long time now. My brain doesn't work.
Just give me a athletics check.
Okay.
And if you should be proficient in athletics. No, you're
I have
not.
I have a +2 to athletics, but I'm not proficient.
Yeah, so you can. Well, you can still add your proficiency anyway, actually, because if you're proficient with a hand axe, that should be fine.
That'd be a simple weapon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, 11 damage. With a 13, Yao Mei, you're not. You feel like you don't kind of do much damage to the door. But Vindaris, you're able to kind of take a chunk out of this door.
Can I try again?
Yep.
Guys, work this crack right here.
Yeah, can I
the weak
work
spot.
that crack? You know,
I bet you that's what they all say. Hey, Twig.
Once Twig's had another swing, I'll do the same, but...
Twig
Give
that
him space.
damages it again.
Poor Twig. Oh my god.
Yeah, 13 again. You're not able to make much progress.
Reddy, do you want to have a go at this? Because I'm not having much luck today.
All right. Ready.
I shall offer him my axe.
Very good.
So he is not proficient with a hand axe.
No.
But yeah, so that's good. Yeah, 18 does some damage. He kind of gets it in this like same kind of hole where Vindaros had it, and it kind of hooks on, and he's able to lever it up a bit and kind of pull like a chunk out of the door. So give me the damage. So give me a 1d6.
Plus
1d6 plus 2.
2. Okay.
Nice. The door is like full of cracks now, and you've got there's a huge hole in it.
Again.
Yeah, that does the trick. Oh wait, 15. No, that one doesn't do the trick, sorry.
Oh,
It just kind of like scrapes along the outside of it, like doesn't do that much damage to it.
can Vendaros try like a big stomp? A big like leg kick into the door now?
Ooh.
See if he can-
Yeah, I think like I don't think I would use your stomp ability though. Like I think
Yeah,
that would just
'cause-
be like an unarmed strike.
Okay, unarmed strike. With his leg.
You hurt your foot.
No.
Oh, it's quite literally an unarmed strike, though.
Describe what happens when you try to kick this door and you don't make any progress.
It's like when you kick a door frame and he stubs his toe on the door. He's trying to like walk it off, and it still hurt. Like trying to make it look like it doesn't hurt. He's walking off in the circle.
I'll take that opportunity to grab my axe back, and I'll try one more time on this door.
Okay. That one damages the pickaxe.
Can I swing again just out of anger and see if I can hook something out of this fucking door?
Yep. Give me another attack.
Just like sheer rage is now taking over him. He's like, let us in this door.
Ooh.
Okay, that one will do some damage. So give me a 1d6 plus 2.
Minus
Okay.
1.
Oh, minus 1. Yeah, so 1d6 plus 1.
Okay, 1d6 plus 1.
Because the pickaxe is now a little bit warped.
1d6 plus 1.
7 damage. You are able to see it. You make like a hole in the door now that goes through to the other side. It actually, like a bunch of, like a whole portion of the door sort of collapses, and some of the like rocks and the stone kind of falls inwards. And I'm going to say that when you do that, you would need to be standing in front of the door. When you do that,
Thank you. I thought I'd done that already.
a loud explosion goes off on the other side of the door, and a jet of flame comes forcing through this hole that you've made, and like you are blown back by this like flame and heat. It's not going to do you any damage, but all of you are kind of blown away from this door as some kind of explosion erupts in the other room.
That was some powerful strike, Yao Mei.
I'm so strong. And I'm like, like how bodybuilders will like, or anyone showing off their guns will like lift both of their arms and just flex. He's doing that. And one of his shoulders is noticeably like a little bit lower than the other.
I was going to say, and a bit more tanned.
And a little bit more crispy, yeah. maybe a little less hairy. Well, can I have a look inside? Is there still any sort of heat coming out of this thing, or is it like a one and done?
Just some smoke emanating from this hole. And if you look through there, it's just pitch black in there. If you shine the torch in there, your sword in there, you think you can see like a small room with a pile of rubble on the other end.
Okay, I'll relay that. I can just see more rubble. I still want to get in there though. Should I try it again?
Let's go.
Okay.
I'll say that trying again, you are pretty easily able this time to kind of, as you hit it, the door like finally gives way and collapses inwards.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
And yes, you see a small room in here, and on the other side of the room is what looks like it was once another door, like an archway. But it is just filled with dirt and some roots poking through and a bunch of stones and rubble. This looks like it was once maybe some sort of side entrance. And you also note, looking down at and sort of stepping over some of the pieces of the door that you just smashed through, that there are, in fact, runes. Pieces of runes still visible that look like they were etched into the other side of the door. And Twig, if you have a look at these, it looks very similar to the sigils that you saw on the entrance door when you first entered. You think that there was like some kind of similar warding magic on this door as there was on the front door, and that hacking through this door has like set it off. But you've kind of come from the other side, so you weren't caught in the blast.
You see, I feel like this was another entrance, guys. We just avoided the trap.
I wonder where the archway used to lead. For them, I mean. It was probably just a way in, but I wonder if it was as far away from the town as it is now. Can I step into the room and just see if there's anything else kind of going on in there?
Yeah, you can search this room thoroughly. You don't find anything else in there.
Okay. Well, that was kind of a bust. But I feel less curious now, so that's nice. Bindaros, are you still feeling that evil? Because I don't think we found it.
Good question. It was definitely shown to me. below the earth. Who knows? Well, the what's her mate, Marty? He was pretty restless as well, and these skeletons aren't a great sign.
Yeah, but there seems to be no evidence
driving.
that there's something that's caused it. It's so strange. Did we miss something?
What about the stone doors downstairs?
Well, yeah, there are another two.
I will say, just to save time, that if you kind of go back down there, avoiding the pressure plate on the stairs, and have a look at those two doors, you find that both of them are trapped. They both... I'd be curious to know how you would open them or whatever, but basically the way they work is that the stone door is connected to one of the ceiling tiles. And so as you open the door, it pulls open the tile, and there is like a vial up there with like some acid in it that falls down on your head. You're able to work out that they are trapped and kind of peer in there without having it fall down on you, and you can confirm that that is also not anywhere that you could go.
We feel around for any drafts in the stone that would maybe be a secret doorway.
Where do you do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go around this whole room and this little room as well.
So you're just kind of walking around the edges of the room, like putting your hands on the stone. Give me a perception check. A draft. The air that's moving through here, let me just think about this. It would kind of be, I sort of described it as there being like a breath, like a wind or a breeze. I guess it would just be due to, there wouldn't even really be any. Would there be any convection going on? Maybe the upper levels are like closer to the hilltop and slightly warmer than the lower levels. Maybe I'm just trying to think. You've also opened the door to the entryway, which would be letting some of the breeze in. And so, yeah, I guess that's why there's this kind of movement of air in here. Yeah. I will say that when you're walking around this room, you think you feel some sort of draft or something over here.
Ooh. Hey guys, come on, get over here. There's some sort of secret door. Maybe. Is it possible to sort of like figure out how, like where this draft is coming from to see if if it is a door?
If you move your hands all over the wall here, you do notice that there is even a very subtle shape of a door. There's sort of like a seam or like a little gap running up and around and down. It's pretty much the same size as the doors that you've seen so far. But as from what you can tell, it's not just a big stone slab. It looks like it just looks like other pieces of wall aside from this seam.
I'm gonna see if there's any copper wires or traps along the door frame on the bottom.
How do you do that?
I'm going to look closely.
You don't see anything. You can't really see under the door, though, if it is a door. You can't really see through this seam. It's pretty snug.
Guys, should I open it? Alright. Twig is going to very slowly open it. And
How do you
as he's
open
like the sliding mechanism that I've seen.
Sliding doesn't seem to work.
Maybe I can get a hand with pushing. Okay.
I can help.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Twig, if you show us, I'm happy to step in.
Yeah.
What did you? Was there like a certain spot, like a pressure? Was it
It's like
abnormal stone you saw?
yeah, it's like this like door-shaped thing here. Like sort of point out the size.
Can Vindaris push on that wall to begin with?
Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Nice. You're able to lean in and push this piece of the wall, and it slides back first. And then begins of its own accord to slide to the right. And you see behind it, as you shine your torch in, a very small chamber, just 2 meters by 2 meters, with what looks like a square pit in the middle of it, leading down to somewhere below in the darkness. And above this pit on the ceiling, there is evidence of what looks like there's kind of a piece of stonework that's been carved out that juts down from the ceiling and then has like a circle in it, like a loop. It looks maybe evidence of a simple sort of rope through stone hole pulley type of thing, is what you think maybe it is. But there's no rope or anything like that. Just an empty loop.
Okay, can Vindaris walk around this edge?
Yep.
But I'm not sure, I just don't know if it's gonna like, oh, you're falling into the pit now.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right.
He wants to have a look down the, down that pit there, to see what he can see, or...
If you shine your torch down there, you see...
Vindaris doesn't need the torch.
Oh yeah, you don't need the torch. Nice. Looking down there, what does it look like when you look through your eyes?
I would say he does have that. It's sort of like that venom symbolite type of
like predator
feel
vision
to those eyes. Yeah. More like venom. Like he's got that gunk, that living organism over his eyes.
From the I don't know the
parasite.
I haven't watched it. I mean, I know I get venom, but I didn't know he had like an eye, like a vision thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that that texture.
Okay. Oh, just the texture of.
Oh, just the texture. Yeah.
Okay.
How does he see? I'm just curious if it actually is shades when he sees like dark visions.
What do you mean?
Oh no, like the
Like, does he see color?
Yeah, does he see color if it's
No,
still
black and white.
black and white? Yeah.
Yeah. You just see down below another room the same size as this one. You think? It's about 3 meters down. 2.5 meters down.
Well, we collected Reddy's rope, didn't we? Vindaris, can you reach the hole and thread the rope through?
Yeah, I can do that. How tall is the ceiling?
In here, probably relatively low. It's you can easily reach it. It's probably...
I'll do that.
Yeah, it's like 2 meters in here, I guess. Maybe even less.
So maybe we tie off a loop on the rope.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can hang it on that. It was a hook, wasn't it?
Essentially, yeah, like a loop. So you can put the rope through this circular
like an eyelet
hole.
type of thing.
Yeah, an eyelet, that's a good word.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do that.
Okay, you can do that. And did you like tie it?
Yes, so through and then tie the 2 ends together at the base. So it's like a big...
Oh, so the whole thing is like a big loop.
A big loop, yeah.
So you're not really going to put your weight on the knot?
Oh, you mean where the eyelet is?
Well, I just want to know if if you're tying a knot, and if you are, if it's going to be important, because then maybe give me a dex check. We'll see how you go at tying a knot.
Yeah, well, my idea is for the rope to be tied at the base, and then when you climb down, you're actually holding like 2 ropes at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So you're not actually putting weight on the rope.
Yeah, that's all right. You don't need to make a dex check in that
saying
case.
that Vidaris isn't ever going to use the rope. He's just going to lower himself down and hold on if it's 3 meters, because he's like 2.1.
I think you can do that without a check.
I'll just lower it down. Yeah.
All right. Move yourself into the pit now.
Abyss. Oh, okay.
Into the abyss. So you find yourself, as I said, in a small chamber, and now you can see more clearly that there is a opening, a passageway leading directly north. And as you step over here and you peer into the gloom with your parasite eyes, you can see a larger chamber ahead that appears to have another stone table, if that's what it is. The same as the table in the room above, about the size of a regular medium-sized humanoid.
Guys,
Could lie on the table.
Nothing has bit me, hurt me, stabbed me, or hit me yet. You can come down. Or try to blur me.
Are you sure you're not speaking too soon?
I don't know.
I'll come down anyway, it's fine.
I'm not going to move from this square.
Twig, would you like to go down, or would you like me to go down?
I'll keep your back safe. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'll say that because of the narrowness of the pit and the fact that you have these 2 ropes, you don't need to make a check or anything. You can kind of slide down here. It's not even that far that it would hurt you all that much if you fell.
Okay, I'm down here. You can join us.
Thanks. Okay. Yep. Right behind you. Can you move me down? I accidentally went down first with Reddy.
What do you mean you went down first?
As in...
is Reddy already in that room, but he's just under Vindaros or something?
Yeah, I think I accidentally moved him.
I can't see anyone down here, just Yao Mei.
Oh.
Yeah, and I moved into my square, so he's not beneath me.
Oh.
Oh, there he is. I can see him now.
Hold on.
I can see him now.
Ah, man. How did that happen?
I think maybe we moved onto the wrong square up there, and then we ended up outside bounds, because I've done it now as well.
Yeah, that shouldn't... Yeah. Oh, I see. So it like allows you to kind of move through... That's so frustrating. You can like move through the wall like that. Oh man, that is annoying.
Well, it didn't take me out of the wall. I accidentally went back up, and then I moved myself back down, but I didn't use the same square as before. So maybe if you use the wrong square in that room above, it just transports you into the wrong square.
It shouldn't, because it's just a single square to a single other square. So that's what I'm surprised that it would do that.
That's weird.
That is super frustrating, and may have kind of ruined part of this map.
Oh no.
But anyway.
Well, I didn't see anything. I don't think I don't
Okay.
think there was anything that was ruined. I didn't see any other part of map or anything that I wasn't supposed to. I could just see the room I was meant to be in, that little
Gotcha.
4x4.
Okay.
I was just next to it.
Cool. Also you leaf.
Thank you.
Man, why does it... It's really weird. It really is kind of like taking it to the wrong square. I don't... Maybe because... Oh, I feel like it's because it's seeing these squares around it as occupied, and so it's sending it to the nearest unoccupied square. Maybe that's what it's doing. Anyway. Annoying. In here, Vindaris, you see more kind of pieces of wood, old wood on the ground. It looks like another broken shelf. And further ahead in the corner, you see a shelf that is still intact in the corner.
Oh, can I tell if there's anything on that shelf? If it's like books or vials or utensils?
You can see like scattered pieces of pottery around on the ground, but nothing... Oh, maybe actually you find like an old knife.
Okay. He's a bit cautious, or very cautious, since we've came across a few traps throughout this dungeon. He just wants to have a look at the first meter by meter as he steps in to make sure that's not anything too suspicious. Like you saw Twig get stabbed, he got burnt a couple of times. So he's just investigating the floor, see if there's anything different.
You don't see anything by looking.
He might just use his spear, his first step, just to put pressure on those stones before he steps forward.
Nothing happens when you do that. You just hear that sound of your spear hitting the stone, kind of echoing around this room.
Okay, so he's moving. He might, before he starts roaming the area, he might do it again one more time directly in front before he moves forward.
Nothing happens.
Okay. This actual table, is it a stone slab, table height?
Yep. Same as the one above.
Okay.
It's actually when you say table height, it's it is a little bit taller than that. It looks like to you that it is designed to be stood around rather than sat around.
Oh. Sit, stand. Think of the future. Stand desks.
Standing desks.
Is it more like a craftsman's type of table where you would do work at this? Like, does it have any visible tool marks or anything on it, like someone was performing some sort of craft?
It's pretty old stone. You don't find any like marks or chips in it that look like they are the result of a tool.
Vindaris was also under the same impression, but he's more thinking, is there any stains on it? Like blood stains, or worn areas in particular?
Yeah, I think that you probably would be able to find some areas that look like they were stained with something. Some kind of darker patches.
Around the face of the slab, is there any engravings, or is it just blank concrete?
Just blank.
Okay. And it's one piece, there's no lid on it? No light?
Yeah, it doesn't look like a lid to you. Oh, there's another shelf. 2 shelves survive down here. The air is very dry as well.
Is there anything on these shelves?
No. Yeah, there's just some kind of fragments of clay pottery lying around. I mean, yeah, maybe there would be a couple of empty clay vials on these shelves, seeing as they haven't collapsed. Maybe actually there's even like a whole bunch of them on one shelf. And I'll say that you find Vindaris the knife actually on the other shelf. Maybe there's a couple of things there. Maybe there's like a long kind of like spike looking thing, like just sort of a long sharpened chopstick looking thing made out of bronze or brass or something like that, as well as this knife. Trying to think, I don't know what else they might have in the Bronze Age. I don't want to get too fancy. I'm imagining some kind of like clamps, like almost like scissors, but more of a like looped thing. I don't know about that. Probably not. That's pretty fancy. Maybe in some places. But yeah, a knife and a spike, that'll do.
Does the knife have any engravings on it, like it might be used for ceremonies? On the handle?
It doesn't look like a special knife in that way. It doesn't look kind of holy or unholy. But it also doesn't look like a dagger that you would fight with. It's kind of long and thin. Precise, even. Except that it's eroded a bit.
Would you like to pick up the old knife? You might use it for collecting samples or some finer work.
I could do with a knife. Thank you.
I'll let you add that because it's not really a knife that you could fight with.
Okay. The ceiling is...
You could, but yeah. Go on.
The ceiling as well, is that anything... There's no standard ceiling? There's no special emblems or anything embossed on the ceiling over the slab?
No, nothing in particular like that. Yeah, just a pretty basic stone ceiling. Just at an average kind of height, maybe 2.5 meters.
Okay. Is it much more noticeable, the stale air within here, that this room hasn't been opened for quite some time?
Yes. It's, yeah, it's even staler in here, and, yeah, I'm thinking, like, because there was some kind of draft, that there must also be a draft coming from the door to the left of you. But otherwise, yeah, it's just very dry. You don't think anyone's been in here for a long time.
Okay. Should we make our way forward? Check out this next door.
Let's do it. Be careful.
Vidaris is looking at the door.
Okay.
Does it look like our typical sliding doors?
Yes.
That's it?
Yep.
He looks at the ceiling.
Looks pretty normal.
Looks pretty normal.
At a glance.
No offsets.
If you're just looking at it, you don't see anything.
Because I would say he's probably nearly as tall as the ceiling, he might just run his hand over it, so if there's like a slight offset between the major space and that little passageway, that doorway.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Sorry.
Seems fine.
It's fine, guys.
Did he even look? I don't know.
He's looking at the wrong way. He's looking at the other way.
Have you got? Oh yeah, sweet.
Yep. Twig, do you want to have a look at the door to start with and see what you can notice, or even if there's send in Leaf to scout if there's any room.
Yeah. Does it look like? Yeah. Any crawl space for Leaf to get through?
Yeah, I'm thinking because of the draft, Leaf can crawl under this door. You think?
Okay. And maybe I'll grab a torch from Retty and sort of shine it underneath.
I mean, this door is in a track, so I don't think that would work really. But there is enough of a maybe the door's kind of uneven at bits. There's a small like chip in the bottom, and so like Leaf is able to kind of crawl through it. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to shine light through it. So it is pitch black.
Does he encounter any wires?
In the track, no.
Okay. And he sees nothing? I think the track is good.
The track is good. The track is good.
Could he go through into the next room?
He can, but it's just pitch black in there.
Oh, it's pitch black. Okay.
But he can crawl around if he wants.
All right. Does he encounter anything when he crawls around?
Crawling around in there, he encounters some sort of... I'm trying to remember what the hell is in there. This... Which room am I in? Yeah. In there... In there, it seems like he can crawl quite a long way. It's like a pretty large room. He encounters some large, long, solid objects that he can kind of climb up on. There's more draft coming from in here. Particularly... I mean, there's just kind of air moving around a little bit. It'd probably be hard to sort of determine that. But yeah, there's a large space in here. There's some solid stone objects. And further to the south, he kind of climbs up on what feels like a sort of a raised platform or something like that. There's something on the platform. It's kind of like uneven, lots of like little... Feels like he's able to kind of crawl over some pieces of rock or rubble or something like that. But you can kind of crawl around in here. You don't... You determine that there are like a couple of doors in here at least, and some stuff in here, but yeah, it's kind of hard to tell in the dark.
I'll let these guys know.
Thanks, Twig. You might want to step back a bit and... Yeah, that's it.
Let the expert work.
I wouldn't say expert.
I would.
Yeah.
Are things hitting Bindaros? Can Bindaros attempt to slide the door open?
Yes, this door slides open pretty easily. And let's go for a 5-minute break.
Ooh. Cliffhanger!
I was about to say that. The suspense.
And then, like, you'll be like, and this is what it looks like. Your background. This is what I prepared earlier. That's actually pretty cool.
I like your background too, Angelo. That's pretty cool.
Oh, thanks. That was quite a bit of work I put into that one.
That's how I imagine the castle looks.
30 seconds before we started, I'm like, I need a new background. Google.
I didn't want to say anything because I joined late before, but it just looks like how I imagine the castle.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, back
All
into
right,
it.
so you slide open this door. And in here you see a room that reminds you of the large hall that you saw on the level above. There's more stone pews, which Twig, you think these are the sort of large stone objects that you encountered when looking through Leaf's feelings. Yeah, you think this is a large room for gathering and praying and maybe listening to rites. And from where you are, you can otherwise see another stone door directly ahead of you, Vindaros.
Yes, I'll
And
continue
there's
to...
also a door to the north.
Can we hear anything different within the room?
No, nothing in particular.
Okay. Vindaris would like to move forward.
Alright. And so now you can see over these pews down to the south that there are some stone steps leading up to this large semicircle made out of stone. And there is a much more fancy looking stone slab of a door in the middle of that stone platform. There's also some rubble there that's very similar to the rubble that you saw upstairs that you thought was perhaps some kind of pulpit or something like that. And there are more of these golden brass candelabras.
What about the walls themselves?
Yeah, this
walls?
room also would have old paintings which have worn away to a great extent of, bird folk and warriors and gods and angels and battles and things like that.
Now, Vindaris would like to approach the altar. Is there any particular religious symbols around the altar?
This is more of like a large, like a platform than an altar. But
Okay.
the religious symbols, yeah, there would be on this stone door at down here at the top of this platform is decorated by the stonework is much more fancy. There's a lot of like kind of patterns etched into it. There is some sort of a symbol in the middle of it, not Vrakar's symbol, but above it there would be Vrakar's symbol in probably an archway above it, and also sort of fancier, yeah, like a fancy kind of stone archway around it.
Okay.
You don't recognize the symbol in the middle of the door.
Well, Vindaris would like to step up onto the podium,
Okay.
and make his way to the door just to inspect that door as well. Yeah, in particular for any traps again around the frames, the frame of the door, Is it a sliding door? I'm assuming that's a sliding door. If all the other ones are sliding.
Yeah, it looks like it is. You can see what looks like this same sort of track, same design. You don't find any evidence of... There's nothing that you can see that's out of the ordinary.
Okay. Vindash would like to try and open the door.
Yeah, you can slide this door open surprisingly easily. I don't know why I keep doing these door sounds all the time. And... Oh, what the hell? Can you see all the way down there?
Yeah.
That is fucking annoying. Man.
Was there supposed to be a door there as well between that thing?
There is. What is there instead? What is this thing? Huh. That's really strange. I don't know what that is. Man, that's annoying. Well, that really does fuck things up.
I'll let the others take over. I won't. I'll
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I'll continue what I was going to planning on doing anyway.
Okay. Man, I don't know what that was instead. What would it have been? Some kind of... Ah, it's like I drew the wrong thing on it somehow, or... It's weird, because with these walls and things, I exported them this time, rather than, like, create them manually. Like, from the map-making software, you can, like, export them, and they're all supposed to, like... So I don't know if maybe that didn't... I don't know why... Yeah. I did modify some things. Anyway. Lame. It makes me cringe. Yes, well, you see in here just this large stone chamber with another door at the other end. 2 meter high ceilings.
Okay, Vindash would like to... Ah, it's still paused.
Okay.
Cool. Vindash would like to step into this room.
Alright.
Is there anything in particular about this room? Like, is it artworks? Is it decorated? Is it...
You don't see anything like that. This room is pretty plain.
Okay, Vindaris would like to take one step forward.
Okay.
To get the full scope. Is the ceilings the similar height throughout, like, the standard rooms?
This one's like a little bit lower, about 2 meters high in here. Some of the rooms are, yeah, just slightly lower than others.
Okay. Interesting. What is there anything in particular about this room? He's just trying to... He expected it to be a preparation area of some type for the altar.
Where does he... Yeah, describe where he looks, or what he does.
He would... Yeah, definitely look at the floor first.
If you kind of... I mean, are you just sort of looking at the floor from where you're standing?
Yeah, correct. To see if there's any, pressure plates that he's come across.
I mean, you don't see anything just by kind of glancing around from the entryway.
Okay. Can you use his spear and also test the area in front of him?
Yes. Nothing happens when you do that.
Okay, we'd like to step forward. It's like... It's like Twig. This has... Oh no, Twig isn't. You'll still say yes, Twig. This has... That feel of that room downstairs with the skeletons in it. But I'm afraid to step forward. Is there anything on the walls similar to the room they encountered downstairs in the basement that would blow out fire?
No, nothing like that.
Okay. Okay, he will test the next section of stones.
Yeah, if you're just kind of testing the stones and walking directly forward, you don't find anything. You can safely walk forward.
Okay. What are your thoughts? There is still another door in front of us.
I think we just keep going, clear it, and we can go back and check the other rooms.
Okay. So can Vindaris do this similar technique?
Yes. Yeah, there's nothing nothing happens there. I will say though that seeing as you said that you're kind of looking around and you have these dark vision parasites, that you see something kind of shimmer on the floor over to your left, near the wall.
Shimmer. Okay.
Like a bit of like some of the tiles there have got like a sheen to them. Especially in the light, the flickering. Actually, by now, Reddy's candlelight would just be dying out. But if Yao Mei kind of shines his flaming sword in here, yeah, you can see almost like the reflection of light, kind of gleaming from the tiles near the wall over to the left.
Is it the corner section or is it the whole row? Like that section and that section?
It's more like here.
Huh. I'll definitely point that out. What do you think, guys? Oh, you mute Twig.
Yeah, maybe if we go with primarily Twig and Yao Mei from here, just because Angelo kind of saw into the next room, and it kind of gives something away about this room. That might be ideal. Even though you should definitely have inspiration after this scene for avoiding the metagaming. Anna, you're on mute.
Oh, weird. So Vindaris has pointed out the sheen here.
Yeah.
Can Twig test like the part, like these, or to reach the sheen?
Yeah, you can kind of push into the floor with your staff and nothing happens. Doesn't seem like a pressure plate or anything like that. No jets of flame come spraying out of the wall. As you come over here, you step in a little part of this shiny floor, and it splashes a little bit. There is some kind of puddle here.
Ah, yee. Am I burnt?
No.
Was it acid?
No.
Okay.
Does it smell like anything?
Yeah, does it smell like anything?
Not really. Just maybe a little bit like limestone or something.
So does it just look like regular schmegular, like water that's caught the light in a fun way or something?
Potentially. Hard to know
At
what
least
liquid
from where
it
I am
is.
in the room.
Oh, from where you are.
Yeah, like if I'm just kind of peering at it from there, does it just look like it could be a puddle of water, but it could be something else?
Yeah, could be.
Okay.
Does it
And is
look
it...
like...
Sorry, go on. I was just going to ask if it's like running down the walls or something. I missed a bit of audio there.
Hard for you to see from where you are.
Oh, okay.
Does it look like water to me?
It looks like a puddle of liquid on the floor. You don't have any reason to think that it's not water. It doesn't seem to have a color to it or anything like that, other than it's pretty transparent. You can see the stone mostly beneath it. It looks a little bit silty and dark.
And yeah, is it like just on the floor, or is there some leaking from the wall?
You don't see just by looking at the wall that there's like water coming down the wall or anything like that. Do you just look at the wall?
Yeah, I just look at the wall.
Yeah, you don't see that.
Weird. Just weird water puddle.
Okay. Was there like a hole on the ground or anything that you saw?
Was there a hole on the ground?
You didn't notice any holes on the ground. But you didn't have a look, really. But yeah, you didn't... No hole on the ground like grabbed your eye or anything.
Okay. What an image. Well, I guess it's just water then. From a long time ago. I imagine it's not done much weathering if it's just sitting there on the floor.
Shall we push ahead?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Before Vindara steps into the next entryway, can you also check the ceiling as well, and the floor if there's any pressure plates in front of him?
Assuming you're just looking up at the ceiling where you are and in one tile further south?
Yeah, correct. So again, just running this hand over, seeing if there's any like offsets.
Yeah, you don't see...
movement.
You don't see anything like that. You aren't able to feel anything other than just this standard kind of rough stonework. And you can tap your spear on the ground before you, and it also doesn't... The tiles don't give way or anything.
Okay, he steps forward. And also checks the door for any copper wires, any traps possibly from the copper wire around the the frames in the track.
It's pretty difficult to see again, like in the track. Like when you say you're looking for copper wire, like
sorry.
I mean you don't see anything obvious. Yeah.
Okay. He'll attempt to slide the door open.
Okay. Firstly, have inspiration for not metagaming.
Thanks.
Okay, you slide this door open, and as it slides open, you hear some kind of click. As it slides open, this click is then preceded by a very loud noise, which especially scares the crap out of Yao Mei, because behind you, Yao Mei, there is a stone slab in the ceiling just in front of the doorway that you came through, which just falls from the ceiling in front of the door, locking you in here.
Ah, crap.
You all see, as that happens, another one of these Animalfolk statues of Rakar pointing at you menacingly.
Baraka!
And Twig, you see, over where that puddle of water was, you hear this sound, like just a little sound, and you look over and you see that a stone in the wall, the size of a kind of a brick, has dropped into the floor, leaving like a sort of a square opening, about maybe 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. And you all look around the room and you see that there are 6 of these. There are 2 on each of the walls to the left and the right. And well, maybe there would be maybe there's kind of one on each of these walls. So one to the left, like one here, if that makes sense. So 6 of these openings, and they're on the floor, and one of them is like directly where this puddle of water is. And as soon as that happens, water starts gushing into the room.
Ah.
Okay. Vidash wants to block one of the holes.
Block one of the holes.
I'm going to put us into initiative.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh.
And now that you have pulled this door open, also, Vindaros, you can see that there appears to have been some kind of hook on the bottom of the door, which as it opened, it like hooked onto more copper wire and like pulled it along the track.
Which door? Sorry?
The door to the Vrakar statue. Okay, Yao Mei, what do you do?
Just as a point of clarification, how big is the stone slab behind me? Is it like filling up the entire walkway, like it's completely blocked off?
Yes, it just looks like another door, like another stone slab. If you had investigated closely, you would have noticed that there was like another like track in front of the tracks of that door.
I see. Okay. I'm trying to work out if I should break it down or try and block a hole. But there's too many holes and not enough of us.
I'll
I'm gonna try and break this door down.
I'll also say that we should run initiative a little bit differently this time, in that we'll say that you can all communicate, because I imagine you would be yelling across the room at each other like, quick! Yeah. And there's no like enemies here or anything, so you can communicate, but you just have limited moves.
Okay. Alright. Should I try and break this door down? Or push it or something?
Yeah, break it down. Break it down.
Break it down and we'll see if we can hold the water back.
Okay.
We need to get out. That's
Okay. I'm gonna take my pickaxe, which I did not take out of my inventory, and I'm gonna use that. And that was just I think it was an athletics check.
Yes, move yourself to where you would need to be in order to do that.
I thought I was in the right place. Is it here instead?
Yes. Yeah, it's just directly in front of the other door.
Okay, cool. So I'll like run to it and then try and make a crack. See if I can kind of go right for the middle.
Okay.
Hoping to get a crack that kind of goes down and will help get some of this water out of the room so that we're not like going to be drowning too quickly.
All right. That damages the pickaxe.
Again. Okay. Fuck. Well, I can try and attack again. I'm gonna do that if we're treating it like attacks.
Yes, you can do two attacks.
Cool.
Yeah. That also damages the pickaxe.
No.
Guys, I need help. I'll try and block a hole next time. And I'll just move out of the way and I'll head over here to wherever the hole is. Oh, yeah. Turn it this way because it's being a pain. There we go.
Okay. And let's do ready.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
Actually.
Can you grab the pickaxe?
I'll still have it out, so it should be easy to grab.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, he will need to sort of drop what he's holding and take the pickaxe. He can do that easily enough. Yes, he can do that.
Wait, does he have? Okay.
Yeah, so he's not proficient with this, so also just, I think it was for him, yeah, just an athletics check.
Wait, could he attack it with one of his weapons?
Yeah, he can do anything that he wants.
Okay. Can I not? I won't take the pickaxe,
Okay.
and I'll. Okay, do a shillelagh with green.
Wait, so
flames on
shillelagh
it?
he will need to cast on the weapon.
Okay. Oh man.
And
Okay, so he has a quarterstaff.
how does that work?
It's a bonus action, and then he will
Yeah.
attack with
yeah, so if he drops his shield, or if he doesn't have it, if he's not using it, where is his shield? Hold on. I feel like he is
at will shield.
holding it. Oh no, he's not holding it. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, so he can do that.
Okay. So it'll do an attack. What is this? Attack? Normal? Oh my god.
Oh, that damages
That's
the
horrendous.
quarterstaff.
What? Really? Okay.
Well, let me think.
Just because it's a 3,
Yeah.
not a 1.
Yeah, because it's so in this case, the reason that I've said that things are being damaged when you're hitting these stone walls is because you're just striking like hard stone. You know what I mean? Like you're not just like attacking an opponent and occasionally getting a nat one and sort of getting them in the wrong way or hitting something.
I see.
But this thing says that it's hardy. It's too hard to be broken easily in combat as some other wooden weapons can be. I think if you hit a stone wall with like a thick quarterstaff, it's probably, I'll say it's okay. Yeah, I'll say it's okay in this case.
Okay,
But yeah, it doesn't do anything, it just, and this crackling energy just kind of
okay. And I don't know, can he do it again? I don't think he can do it again.
He doesn't have 2 attacks.
Okay. Ugh. Okay. End turn. Oh, he's gonna try and block up some hole.
So how does he block it up?
Try and stick his hands over it.
He won't be able to do that with his hands and feet. It's like 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, so it would be like, you know, he's not able to really create like an airtight kind of seal over it.
Maybe try put a shield over it.
Let me think. He doesn't have his shield in his hands because he stowed it. It would take, in order to sort of, you would need an object interaction to actually kind of take it off his back, even if he's not going to put it over his arm. And it would then probably take you an action to try to use it to clog up this hole. So I think he's not going to have enough time to do all that.
Okay. I guess he'll just stay there.
Okay. All right, Vindaris.
Okay, I got an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's afraid. He would like to use his pipe of blizzard breath to freeze one of the holes. If there's one on each wall, would this one? Where would the one be on the southern side?
There would be one pretty much where you're standing.
Okay. So, can I use an action to do that?
So, this is like a pretty weak common item. Can you post the thing for it?
Yeah.
I don't think it, like, it's not really designed to, like, freeze things. Maybe you feel if you were able to kind of repeatedly freeze the area, but you don't feel... I mean, there's just, like, water, like, gushing out of this hole. Yeah, you don't... I'll just say that you, having seen the pipe before, you don't think it will work for that. Yeah.
Okay. Can he use his bedroll and jam it in that hole?
Yes, you can do that, and it pretty much, you think it's blocked up this hole. You can do that.
Okay. And he's gonna make his way to the door with his movement to work on this, the next door. Will that count as his... I'm just trying to think combat turns.
That would be his
attack
action. Yeah, that would be an action.
Would he have a second action or no?
No, that'd be a full action.
Full action, okay. Yep.
Yeah, because I imagine you got to like get down there and kind of cram this thing in there, and like it's taking a fair bit of effort.
Baraka! You've done it again!
Is that everything?
Oh yes, thanks. Sorry, in turn.
Okay, Twig.
Twig is gonna see the success of the bedroll, and he's gonna... So that one's blocked up. Is there one over here?
Yeah, one kind of in the middle of that wall. So I'm just thinking it will take a bedroll. I would actually... This is not rules as written. Rules as written, you can... and I had a look at this recently. You can generally kind of get something from your backpack as an object interaction, but the way I usually approach this, as you probably know by now, is that if you kind of have something small on your person, I usually say like a healing potion or something like that, you can get that with an object interaction, but to get something out of your backpack, it'll take an action. So actually Vindaros, I'll say that you can do that, especially since you have 2 attacks, and we've already kind of done it. But Twig, it will take you an action to take your bedroll like off of your backpack to sort of unstrap it from the back of it and kind of get it out and everything.
Okay. Okay. I'm so useless. Well, I guess Vindaros is there. Oh man. Alright, I guess I'll just take out my bedroll.
Okay. Leaf. Leaf is like floating in the water.
Leaf is gonna swim to me.
Alright. Ready.
Oh, ready, that's me. Reddy is also gonna take out his bedroll.
Okay. Yao Mei.
Okay, so I have a question. Again.
Yep.
I have a bedroll, and I also have cold weather clothes that are currently not equipped underneath my ringmail. Would I be able to either take out my bedroll and stuff it in this hole with one action, or would I be able to take my bedroll and the winter clothes and just take them out as an action?
Wait, so where did you say your winter clothes are? Just in your backpack?
Yeah.
It'll
I never equipped them.
It'll take you an action to take something out of your backpack like that. So you wouldn't be able to do that and plug up the hole in one go. I'll say that because why not? We'll say that it's an attack to do this, seeing as we've now done that with Vindara. So yes, you can kind of have effectively 2 actions. So you can pull out your bedroll and then jam it into the hole if you want, or you can choose to pull out your winter clothes. I think, reasonably speaking, you would be able to, when kind of pulling your bag off and going through it, you would be able to pull out the clothes and the mattress as one action. I think so.
Okay, so would I be able to pull out both of those things and then build this hole as one action, or is that asking too much?
No, well, that would be two attacks, so that would be your full.
Okay,
all of
well then
your
I'll
actions.
do that.
Yeah, you
so
can do
I'll
that.
have like winter clothes in one hand. I'll do the bedroll for one, and I'll just wait for the next one.
Okay, yeah, that works.
And I'll kind of shout, "I have something else to fill one more hole."
Okay, Vindaris.
Vindaris is going to go hammer and tongs at this door
Okay,
with his pickaxe.
all right. Give me an attack.
Mastodon possessed. Okay. Now, where's my... How did we do it last time? Sorry, it's just... Tools.
Oh, you can just give me an athletics check, because you're proficient.
That's what we've done. Yeah.
And then the damage will be... Whoa,
Oh!
you damage the pickaxe.
Oh my gosh.
-1. Oh, and again,
I'll
second
let
attack on it.
you put the -1 in it.
For the damage, yeah.
Yeah, it affects the damage, not the attack.
Yeah.
So yeah. Nice.
Hey!
Whoa!
Did you add a -1, or was that from the previous one? I'll do that. I'll add a second -1.
Yeah, that should be 2 -1s, yeah.
Sweet.
What do you think of this? He hasn't done it before. It's an attack action. Can use Divine Smite.
Sick. All right.
Because he's just got anger in him.
And it'll double that as well.
Whoa!
So I'll just post that.
Wait, where is it? Oh, Wrathful Smite?
No, Divine Smite.
don't-
I've just posted that. The Wrathful is a spell. Divine is
Oh,
one of
I
the
see.
divinities. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So you do an extra 2d8 damage.
Oh, it says when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
Oh, okay. Let me have a look at Wrathful Smite. Sorry, shall I have a look? The next time you hit.
Oh, so that one you would have had to have cast beforehand. Yeah, because it's concentration and a bonus action. So yeah, you would have had to have done that first.
I'll keep that in mind for next time. Okay, that's it. I'll just roll that.
Okay.
Whoa!
Nice. Yeah, you are able to just charge in here and just you put your weight into it and you just pull out like a massive chunk of this slab. You have not destroyed it, but you have seriously weakened it, and yeah, there are all these like cracks kind of spreading out over the door. And you even think you can kind of see some of the water maybe kind of going into the cracks.
Cool. End turn, thanks.
Alright, Twig. The water now, by the way, is probably around like half of a meter, maybe like a third of a meter up in this like 2 meter high room.
Okay. He's got his stinky bedroll in his hand,
Alright,
and he's just gonna stuff it into this little hole.
okay, you can do that. And it probably does seem at this point, well, yeah, the water rising is kind of hard to judge how fast it is, I guess, but you feel like you've made some progress in like slowing it down.
That was an action?
Yeah.
Okay. And
All right.
turn.
Leaf?
Does nothing.
Sitting on the dry island of your shoulder. Ready.
Ready will do the same.
Okay, we can do that. So there is just the one, where Reddy is now standing, and the one to your right remaining. Okay, Yao Mei.
That's okay, because Ayame is going for the one next to Twig, and he's going to shove the winter clothes into that hole to see if he can stop that water as well.
Yeah, so like winter clothes are going to be pretty bulky, aren't they? It's going to be like a cloak and like some thick,
I'm imagining
like woolen,
they're quite like fleecy or something on the inside, and like.
Okay, you can do that. That works.
I'm actually really glad I accidentally never equipped those. And
all right.
that's it for
There's
me.
only one more hole. Vindaris.
Oh, Vindaris is still going at the door.
Nice. That hits.
Cool.
17 is the armor class of these doors. At least this door.
Yeah, got 7. Oh, and it's the -2. If it, oh no, yes. So take 2 off that.
Okay, so 7.
Yeah.
This door is now, you've like poked a hole through it. Some of the water is, the water's still like really quite low, really. There's more cracks in the door, but you can almost kind of like grab at it with your hands and sort of try to pull some of the pieces away. There's rubble falling into the water and some of it kind of collapsing onto the other side as well. You feel like the door has nearly been destroyed.
Nice. And damage. Was that my? I didn't have a second attack. I can't remember now. No, that was.
No, you don't have a second attack. Do you?
Yeah, Vindaris does.
Oh, does he? I thought he was always using his polearm master.
No, he has 2 attacks at
Oh, okay.
I forgot what level.
Oh,
Level
nice.
5.
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it wouldn't have been ready. Yeah, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You gotta do 3 damage to this door.
I do have +7.
Oh yeah, you got +7. Describe what happens as you smash down this door with the pickaxe.
Yeah, as you smash it, that you just see all that water gush and just flow out, and you might even see maybe Leaf float past him at the door, and he'll just pick Leaf up with his trunk as he's like floating out.
Yeah, this water just all throughout this room. And after a little while, the water stops flowing into the room as well.
Hurrah!
Well, let's hope we can dry our clothes and bedrolls and stuff. This is going to be great.
If the water stops flowing, Vindaris will pick up his soggy bedroll.
Yeah.
And maybe wring it out a bit.
Ooh.
Yep.
And put it on the edge of his backpack, not inside his backpack, so nothing else gets wet on the inside.
Yeah, you can do that.
Twig will offer to sort of lightly toast these bedrolls. Just like doing a bit of fire action, like just above them.
Nice. I thought you were going to say he's disappointed it's clean now. Your bedroll.
Yeah, he's gonna like smell it, and he's like, it's not the same.
Okay, guys, let's get out of this room.
Out of curiosity, Angelo, what would you have done when you saw that statue? Would you have just bailed on the whole room?
Oh, you mean...
Nah.
No, because you mean as I glimpsed it towards myself?
Yeah, because you accidentally saw that statue because I fucked up the door.
No, I would have done the same thing.
Okay, sweet.
Made my way towards the back of the room, but he's more thinking it was to do with the had similar vibes to that fire area with the stones, so he was cautious of that. So yeah, he would have done the same thing.
Alright, that's good.
Ah, bringer of light.
And yeah, so I guess there's just water all over the floor around here. Just like a few millimeters.
Hey guys. You can choose the door now. Dara's went to the podium.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna try this door. I will inspect around the door and the door frame, and if there's tracks on the floor, I will see if there's anything untoward going on.
Double tracks.
Yeah, well, we might have to get into the room for that, but I'll definitely check for it when we get in there.
There are no double tracks, or there's no. You don't see anything. How did you say you were interacting with it physically?
Yeah, so I'll check the floor first, which is why I'm standing off to the side. So like,
yeah, nothing happens with the floor.
Check if it's like fine. Step onto that. Start looking at the ceiling. Kind of reach up if I can touch it. I'll like give it a bit of a feel. Check the door jambs as well. Same thing, like whatever frame or whatever it's in, and then kind of get on the floor and like look in the tracks on the bottom and see if there's anything happening there too.
Give me a perception check. It is again like kind of too difficult to really like see under the door. Because of the way the track is. Like it's pretty well kind of nestled.
I'm
but
just
you
trying to see
don't
if there's
find
anything like a little lip or something.
Yeah, nothing catches your eye, and you don't feel anything when you're running over the ceiling or anything like that, or the walls.
Well, seems safe to me.
All right, I'm ready.
I wait till everyone says they're ready. I can turn and make sure everyone's good, and then I'll see if we can slide the door.
Okay, this door slides pretty easily.
Oh, I'm so strong.
You can slide it to the left, and you see in here what looks like another cenotaph of some kind. This one has just 3 memorial steelies at the other end. One of them is much bigger than the others and much more fancy looking, and has like a big decorative symbol of Rakar at the top, and also on it another symbol similar to the one that you saw on the door down to the south, Vindaris. You also see in here 4 urns, but these ones look a little bit different than the ones that you saw in the chamber with all the valuables in it, in that 3 of them have been broken, and there is what appears to be ash which has spilled out of them onto the floor. The 4th one is still upright, but you do also notice that the lid of that one is some way further in the room and has somehow come off the top of it. And also lining the walls of this room, there are many statues and busts of Animalfolk warriors, and maybe priests and other high-ranking officials and things like that, it looks like from a glance.
Okay. Well, I think we found Radek. I think we found it. I'm going to step into the room, checking for any pressure plates in the floor. And then I'm going to immediately check the ceiling for a second door track.
Yeah, you don't find a second door track.
Okay, it seems fine, guys. And I'm gonna do the same, just checking the floor as I like step into the room. Kind of looks like someone's been in here though, or something. Real seems like disturbed.
Ooh. Statues are quite interesting.
There's a lot of them.
Are they all Animalfolk?
Yes.
Is there anything on the floor, like tracks in the dust or any sort of disturbance that's obvious? Anywhere in the room?
No, other than these broken urns.
Okay, so it doesn't look like anyone's like been in here recently.
No. The ground is, pretty covered by a pretty even film of dust.
Are you gonna have a look in that urn, Twig?
Yes.
As you look into this urn, Twig, you hear something in your ear. It's like a whisper.
Who said that?
And then, Yao Mei, you hear something from to your right. Also, some kind of...
Guys, who's whispering at me?
Then, Vindaris, you also hear some whispers. These whispers to you sound like they're... You can't understand their language, but they sound threatening, nasty, maybe even hateful. And after a moment, you begin to get the sensation that there is something else in this room moving around you. And Yao Mei, you kind of like look over to the right. You can see this door also to your right. And you think you see like a shadow move past the door. Almost like just a shadow on the floor, just as if somebody walked by, but you don't see anyone. And Twig,
So
you
it's
see something...
Sorry, so it's like crossing in front of the door? Like someone would be walking past?
Just something that looks like... No, it looks like as if someone in this room has walked past the door. And they are casting a shadow, but you don't see anyone who is there to cast a shadow. And Twig, you look up from the urn when you hear more of these whispers, and you think just for a moment that you glimpse something like almost peeking out from behind this large steely that kind of like ducks away.
Duh! It was there!
I prepare my weapon. I think we should be on guard in here.
As you say that, something begins to emerge, to fade into view. It seems like there are more than one being in here. It seems like multiple beings moving around, creeping about. They are transparent, and they look... It's difficult for you to see what they are, but they look very ghostly, shadowy, made out of shadows, as if they're wearing robes. And you can hear them whispering. They sound very angry as they kind of fade into view. Just these dark, humanoid shapes that look like they're wearing cloaks. And they begin to approach you with their hands reaching out for you. And let's roll for initiative.
I was gonna say, who's got the pendant?
Probably Retty.
I assume it's ready.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like we all just default to Reddy.
As you like kind of turn around and reach out to Reddy for him to kind of like hand the pendant to you, you look back and you see this specter emerging from behind this large steely and just coming straight for you, and you don't feel like you have the time to grab this pendant. Okay, as this shadowy cloaked figure that kind of looks like perhaps it has some features of an Animalfolk, perhaps it's kind of hard to tell. It just has these gleaming white kind of glowing eyes under this hood. As it appears from behind these statues back here, it just comes like flying through the air towards Vindaris and Reddy. And actually at this point, can everyone give me a wisdom save to see if you are frightened?
Ooh.
Reddy, because he's not here, I'll say it for him that he actually has a encouraging cape.
Ooh.
Which gives everyone +1 on the saving throw to avoid being frightened, except for him. The DC is 12. I'll roll for... Oh no, you're in now.
Yep, just getting to it now.
And if you're within 2 meters of Vindaris, it's a +2 as well.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Oh no, sorry, +3. That's
+3.
his modifier.
Ooh. So +4 total to that roll. And it's a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Nice. Okay, you all steel yourselves. You steely yourselves before these steelies. But this creature still comes upon you. And let me see. It is going to reach out towards either Reddy or Vindaros. It reaches out for you, Vindaros, just with its hands. It attempts to essentially kind of pass its hands through you. But you are able to kind of step out of the way just in time. Okay, ready.
Okay. Let me see. Reddy is gonna, I guess, bonus action shillelagh. He's not holding his shield. God. Okay. And he's gonna green flame shillelagh or symbiolale. He often does this one, doesn't he? All right, let's go for it.
I was going to say yes reflexively, but then I realized I often have no idea what he's doing.
That's the one he uses a lot.
Okay.
Yes, 27 works. And these green sparks kind of go flying as this quarterstaff passes through this spectral ghost-like figure.
And doesn't damage it?
Oh no, give me the damage.
Oh, okay. What's the versatile? Sorry. Man. That's the second creature. Okay, I see.
Oh yeah, because it'll jump to another creature, but there's no creature near enough to it, I don't think.
The initial melee.
Leap from the target to a different creature that you can see within 1 meter of it. So yeah.
Okay.
So just give me the damage. Okay. And what sort of damage is
reasonable? Okay,
there's
a lot
bludgeoning, fire, and necrotic. So let me see. Regular quarterstaff. Fire damage. And necrotic damage. Okay. I think that's right. It, it definitely doesn't kind of like whack the, pack the sort of punch that you would expect from, usually like hitting like a solid creature. Like, but yes, these sparks do go kind of flying. This like green flame sort of sprays out as you kind of, and this thing recoils a little bit as that happens. Anything else?
End turn.
Okay, Yao Mei.
Well, I've still got my flaming sword out, so I guess I'm going to use that. And I'm heading up to this guy.
All right.
Actually, I probably would have run just straight ahead, so I would have just run from here to here. And I'll try and get him.
Yes, that's a hit.
Check. Oh, I haven't damaged the sword. I was thinking of the pickaxe. Never mind. I was just making sure there was like a negative whatever on it.
Okay, so it's 4 slashing, and I think you want that's all right. So it adds. I think the versatile.
I think it was just +1.
Oh yeah, why
fire,
is there a negative 3?
Or 1d4 fire damage.
The negative 3 must have been added before you like fixed the sword, and we haven't like fixed it up. Because the sword was damaged, I think, wasn't it?
I can't. It was fixed. The pickaxe now has a -3, and I was thinking, should I add that? And then I realized it was from trying to hit the doors with the pickaxe.
No, the flaming scimitar was previously damaged, I think, because it still has the -3 on the versatile damage, not on the regular damage.
Oh, okay. Well, I should have rolled a d4 as well for the fire damage, so I'll just roll that separately if you're cool with that.
Yeah. Is it a d4?
Yeah. No, sorry.
I thought it was just like 1.
It is. Sorry, it is 1 fire damage. If it catches fire. I just read it wrong.
Okay, cool. Yes. This weapon, I'd say, is magical. Okay. This flaming sword passes through this ghostly, spectral creature. And it barely flinches as it kind of like almost like flickers like television static. It's hard to know if you have heard it all that much.
That's okay. I'm still going to try and hit it again on an upswing. Nope.
Yeah, that one misses. It just kind of like almost sort of disappears and reappears next to where it was. Like kind of turns into a bit more of like a foggy kind of misty shape and then...
Well, I'll end my turn there.
Okay. This one kind of poking out from this steely is just going to... actually what it is going to do... Yeah, it flies down to here. And... What do you weigh, Twig? Actually, I don't think it matters. Medium. Smaller creature within 6 meters.
20 kilos, 21.7 kilos.
Okay. This creature just moves straight for you, and as it's moving towards you, it begins to sort of... Its image becomes unclear to you, and it sort of, returns into mist form. I'm sort of lacking the word that I'm trying to think of, but it kind of breaks apart, and this mist like surrounds you, this kind of foggy mist, and it lifts you up into the air.
Oh no.
And then it almost kind of draws you back into the corner and then launches you across the room towards Vindaros.
Catch me!
So, Vindaros, give me a dex save as you try to jump out of the way of Twig.
Yeah, no problem.
Can Leaf be on me?
Leaf, give me an athletics check to see if you can hold on.
Oh no. Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, Leaf is kind of falls off, is sort of like blown over to here. As you go like tumbling through the air and you, what is it, DC, where am I?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, nice. You are able to jump out of the way, and so Twig actually continues. So he's kind of going to be thrown like this, I would say. So he'll like, you jump out of the way, he's going to land there. Let me just double check that I'm doing that right. It's really... I've kind of reinterpreted this thing and I think I've done it confusingly. Oh, I see. Like, object. Oh, I see. Twig, give me a strength save. It's possible you may not have been lifted into the air after all.
And you have a +3 for Vindaros's... Alright, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Never mind.
And we'll leave what happened with Vindaros, seeing as he was able to jump out of the way. Yeah, you go tumbling on the ground and you take some bludgeoning damage. Just 4 bludgeoning damage. And you're prone, I'm going to say. I think that makes sense. Okay. This one over here, before you, Yao Mei, it is going to reach out and try to grasp at you. But you dodge out of the way. Vindaros.
Yes, so Vindaros will make his way into that square there.
Okay.
And actually attack with his spear, isn't that for... Oh, no, sorry. bonus action first. Cast Divine Favor.
All right.
So that's some radiant damage as well, and then attack with this spear.
Okay. And you're going to +1 on the attack because you're flanking it.
Oh,
It just, sort of comes apart like a fog and reforms again after you try to stab it. Your spear just kind of catches air.
so that's. Could you mod that? Because now will be -1 for the damage.
Yeah, I guess what must happen is perhaps you, Reddy thinks you're going to hit him, so he jumps out of the way and his shield is on his back, and so your spear just goes like straight into his shield.
Whoopsies.
And I will flint spear. Okay, the flint spear actually, roll me a d4 to see how it is damaged. Okay, the wooden part of the weapon is broken. The weapon can't be used other than as an improvised weapon until repaired using woodcarver's as tools during a rest, if repair is possible. I will say that I think because of the way that I described it, it basically just splits and cracks.
That's fine.
It'll be very difficult to repair.
I'm going to. I'll do that later. I'm actually. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I might just drop that one.
Okay.
And grab the other one for a second attack.
Yep. You can do that.
So this is a fresh run, a freshie.
Well, what I'll do actually is I'll duplicate it then so that there's this one that's like not snapped. But yeah, that one should still work. I didn't actually do anything to it mechanically.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice. That's a hit.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's and that. So some of that's radiant as well.
Okay, so
the 1d4 is the radiant, which is 1.
1 radiant. Okay.
Yeah. That's just for information.
And okay, cool.
And just one more thing, and because he's using his pole arm, just follow up with the pommel of the weapon.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of draw this spear back, you kind of pull out some of this air, and you see almost like what looks like kind of sparks of energy sort of spread out through this creature's sort of ghostly form, almost like lightning going off in distant clouds.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Cool.
Were you like, damn it, why didn't the crit happen on the main attack?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn you!
Where were you when I needed you?
That's all right. It is. I'm not gonna. I'll still take it.
Okay, and does this also have radiant damage in it?
I think Divine Favor is only the 1d4. To be honest with you, it doesn't say all attacks. It just says. I'll post in the chat. Alright. No, so I couldn't post it. It just says, yeah, it's just 1d4 of radiant, which was done in the first attack. Oh no, you're actually right. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing myself.
Where is it? Divine
Favor.
Is it a spell? Oh yeah, Divine Favor.
Yep.
So your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit. Yeah, it should do the 1d4 as well. Has it done it automatically? Do you know? 2d4.
It doesn't say 1d4 in the roll.
No.
2d4 plus 8 plus 4 seems like a lot for the backhand. How much damage should it do?
The pommel is sorry.
The pommel, yeah. Where is it? I've just never been able to get my head around the symbols on these tabs. I don't know why. I can never remember which one is which. Polearm Master.
It just says a bonus attack action, so that would be.
No, the weapon's damage die for this attack is a d4 and it deals bludgeoning damage. So it should do 1d4 plus
But it's a crit.
What
Yeah,
is,
so
it's doubled.
So that's doubled. So that's why there's a 2d4.
okay, so it's doubled for the
2d4
crit. So it's doubled for the crit. Why? What is the 8?
8 plus the 8 plus the...
Yeah.
Oh, I think... Oh, yes. So the 2, the plus 4, the 2 of that is my dueling weapon feat. So I normally get a plus 2.
Yeah.
That's the 4. And the 8 is just proficiency, I guess, would be 4.
But your proficiency... proficiency of what? Because you wouldn't be... Isn't this the damage? I'm so confused.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is the damage.
Because, I mean, you don't have 8 proficiency, and also you wouldn't add your proficiency to your damage.
Yeah. Sorry, give me a second. A strength modifier. Sorry, plus 4.
So what do you mean? The strength modifier? Like, what's the D8? Like, sorry, what's the 8? So it's 2d4 plus 8.
Yeah, so I think it would just be normally a plus 4 because that's the strength modifier.
I'm confusing myself, I guess. Okay, we'll just go with that, but I guess you can add like another D4. I'm gonna have to like watch this in the video afterwards and go like, what was I thinking? So yeah, roll another D4, that's fine. But then this is also, I'm kind of confused because it's like, okay, bludgeoning damage is is all of it? Is it all bludgeoning damage?
It's all, yeah,
it's all
that's
bludgeoning.
The pommel. It's all bludgeoning.
Okay.
So this is the divine favor now.
Okay.
Which generally is 1d4. So should I roll 2d4 because it's a crit?
Yes.
Okay, so this is all radiant now.
Okay. It is dead. It just kind of disassociates and just all of this sort of steam sort of scatters as some of these like sparks go off in the air again. Yeah, you kind of just as it goes, you see like its face, like this Owlfolk face. It as the hood kind of dissipates, it kind of flies almost at you, like kind of flies through you, like through the wall, and then kind of spreads out as it's approaching the wall and disappears.
Okay, end turn. Thanks.
Okay, Leaf.
Okay, Leaf is going to hide here for now.
Okay. Is he actually taking a hide action? Because he can do that.
Yes.
Give me a...
Wait, can he hold his action?
In the middle of this situation, though, where this creature is kind of right near him and can just see exactly where he goes, I think probably, actually, I don't think he can really hide.
Can he hold his action? He moves there, but holds his action. I have to say what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Okay, maybe you can say if I can do this, but I want Twig to change him into a bat, and then for him to do the help action when that happens.
That would be Twig's held action to change him into a bat.
Yes.
Oh, so I see what you're saying. So you want him to... okay, the only thing is he won't be able to move and lend the help action. You can only hold one action, which would either be a movement or the action of lending the help action, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess he'll just stay there.
Okay. All right. This specter up here is going to fly down to here. And it is going to reach down for you, Twig, on the floor. It's going to have advantage because you're prone. And, oh, this is going to be a little bit nasty.
Reaction.
Silvery Spoon?
Can I reaction? Yes, Silvery Spoon.
Okay, I'll attack again. This is just a re-roll. All right, so it still hits you, but it doesn't have a crit. Okay. So it'll do some damage. As it just kind of leans down and sort of passes its hands through you. It does 14 necrotic, I think.
Gosh. Oh my goodness.
Thank goodness it's not crit.
But also, give me a con save.
Oh, sorry. That was a check. Con save.
I think.
Oh, it's the same. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Which one? You can go for the 5.
I think in all fairness, since you already rolled the dice, the die. What this means is that you kind of shiver as this cold energy sort of spreads out over your body from this specter kind of passing its hands into your body. And your hit point maximum is actually going to reduce by 14.
Oh my god. Okay. Do you want me to change that?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know how to... Maybe just write down your max so you can recover it.
Okay.
Because I don't think... Unless you can... Like, maybe if you go like this... No, that's just like temp hit points, I think, or something anyway. But yeah, you just feel you feel the energy drain out of you. And you just feel sickened and ill at the touch of this ghostly specter. All right, your turn.
Let's see. Okay. Oh dear. This. Okay, I'll come back to that.
What were you
now
on? 40,
you've got
44?
Yeah, 44. I've done it wrong, but I'll fix that.
Okay.
But Twig is mad now.
I've tried to fix that. Okay, I'll fix that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it lowered your hit points as well. Bloody hell.
I had 8.
8. Okay, good. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Fireball.
Yeah.
Shit. All right.
And he's going to stand up.
Okay. Stands up and then cast Fireball?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, some dex saves. Nice. Fail. Fail, fail. Oh, nice. All of them failed. Okay, give me the damage.
All right. Damage.
Okay. You rise up and you build this giant ball of flame around your staff and just eject it from your staff and lob it into this corner of the room. And everyone is kind of pushed back by the heat. Your faces are practically burned and you become instantly sweaty as these flames just erupt from the corner and just like take it. Kind of fill up this whole corner of the room. And for a moment, you can't see these specters as they're just enveloped by these flames. But after a moment, as the kind of smoke clears, these creatures, all of them still drifting there before you. And the fireball has not killed them.
I see. End turn.
All right, but you... Oh, so what's that? Is that an extra... What's the D6?
The D6 is... You can choose to deal an additional 1d6 necrotic damage for first level spells and above.
Nice. So that's interesting. I don't know if I intended for this to... If it just says you can choose to deal an additional 1d4 necrotic damage, I think that would affect all of the targets. I don't remember if that was what I meant for it to do, but we'll go with that for now. But you would still only heal 6 hit points.
Yep.
Okay, and so they... Yeah, that doesn't change the situation. They're still drifting there before you as the smoke clears.
Okay. I can't do anything else.
All right. Ready.
Okay. Reddy's got some fun things, but I don't know what they mean. Do you know what an elementalale is?
Yeah, you would need to have first cast elemental weapon, which you can do now, but it will take you an action.
Yeah, okay, no.
I think it's an action.
I'll just go with this. It was pretty good. This guy.
It is an action.
Hey!
Nice.
Okay.
Just this one bearing down on you, I take it?
Yeah. I think...
Okay. So, what do we got? This is going to do... Let me see. Okay.
Did you roll that as critical damage?
Oh, I didn't roll that as critical damage.
All right, I'll just double it then. And that kills it. This one also sort of disassociates and dissipates in lieu of whatever other word it was that I was trying to think of.
Disassociates. If we're going to combine words like to make a Franken word like ready spell.
Disassociates. Okay. Yao Mei.
Same as always. I'd like to think that my sword went out after my last round and the fireball just helped me like ignite it.
Okay.
And I just kind of like reached out and like and I'm gonna try and attack again. Because I think that's funny for him to just be like, just gotta warm this up real quick. Get it ready for you.
Miss.
It's okay. Try again.
This thing's just like...
Yes.
That one hits.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
I'm going to use the versatile damage this time because I am trying to... is that going to work? It's not going to cause an issue if I try and set it on fire?
What do you mean by an issue?
I can roll to add that extra fire damage?
Oh, like... Yeah, I took the -3 off it.
Okay, perfect. Sweet.
Okay, nice. What the? Oh, I see. That's confusing. Okay. So it's like 7 slashing and 1 fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if a creature does get set on fire, it's 1d4 at the start of each of their turns.
Yep.
Until they put it out.
It is still hovering before you. You don't see any evidence that the fire has caught. All right. This spectre over here that flung twig across the room is going to fly in towards Vindaros. And it's going to reach out for you, Vindaros, and attempt to drain your life. It misses. Also, I think that Reddy, he can use a reaction, which I keep forgetting that he can do.
The
Symbiotic entity.
But I thought, okay, within several meters of him.
Where is it? Oh, it's Halo of Spores, I think it is.
Oh yeah,
when a creature can moves into space within 2 meters of you. So it needs to make a con save or take some necrotic damage.
Okay. So, Halo or Spores?
And it's just 1d6 necrotic, it looks like? No. Okay. Con save. Okay, it passes the save, so it doesn't take the damage. Alright, this one over here.
Sorry.
Yep.
Can I use my reaction on the one that approached me? With the Polar Master, I can invoke...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Nice.
Whoa!
Damage! And plus a 1d4 as well, because it all has my radiant favor. Plus d4.
Okay, I gotta work out what all these damage types are. It's not all bludgeoning. Wait,
no.
Or is it? Oh no, because you have some radiant.
No, a radiant.
So one of the d4s is radiant?
One of the d4s is radiant.
The second lot of 2d4 was radiant damage.
Yeah, that fucking confused me. So I just don't understand what the 8 is. I just don't get it. Like, I feel like I've forgotten how to play D&D. Like, I'm just like looking at that going like, wait, what? How, what? So it does 1d4, which is doubled, and it's doing like plus 2 from your ability that you have.
The dueling, yeah.
The dueling feat, so that's doubled. And it like shouldn't it add? Fuck, I'm just like doubting everything now. I'm really confused. Yeah, so it's the plus... Oh, yeah, it would add plus 4. I'm thinking for some reason that it would add plus 7, because I'm an idiot, but that is including your proficiency bonus. Okay, it's your plus 4 strength bonus, and it's doubling it, as you were saying before. Okay, I understand now. I understand
so the radiant damage of that, like...
is the second two d4s, so it's like 5
Yeah.
damage. Okay.
Great, radiant.
Alright. And otherwise it's bludgeoning from a regular weapon, so what do we got? Oh man.
So it'll be 18 bludgeoning and 5 radiant.
18 bludgeoning and 5 radiant. Okay, cool. Alright, that kills it. Fuck, it's confusing with all these different types of damages and everything. Okay, so it just comes for you and you are able... Describe what happens when you do that.
As he's charging, he's just like, bang, pummel to the face. And he actually feels some resistance at the end of his pummel, like it connects. It just doesn't go through it.
Nice. It somehow almost kind of goes like partly into the afterlife and kind of connects with whatever sort of soul or energy is in this like specter. And again, you see this kind of thunderous electrical sparks, and then it just... And you see as the hood disappears as well, its owlfolk eyes kind of like widen, like... Okay, Vindaros.
Oh, okay, great. I'll move into that position. And
sorry, that creature didn't take its turn yet.
Which one?
Oh yes,
creature.
sorry, you're right. I interrupted.
Oh, I thought it was the one that was flying towards you.
No, that's correct. It was
That was
before.
just the creature before.
Oh,
'Cause it
before
was
this
two in a
one,
row,
and so then
yeah.
I deleted that one, and then I thought, okay,
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this one is going to attempt to encircle you, Yao Mei, and lift you up into the air. So give me a strength save.
Okay, I might be actually good at this. Let's hope for the best, shall we?
Ooh.
Not the best.
Okay, you are just hurled directly. Oh, I see. 6 meters. Okay, you were hurled over here, 6 meters in this direction, and you land on the ground. and you're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage as you just come crashing down over here and like shatter this remaining urn and just go like your head just like cracks into this steely.
Ooh. That's what I get for trying to be good and not skip a turn that's going to cause me damage.
This specter then appears to just turn and walk through this wall.
Hey!
Vindaros.
I'm going to move into a central position and ready an attack action if it comes within range.
Okay. Leaf.
Leaf is gonna come to Twig.
All right, Twig.
Twig is gonna ready a firebolt if that creature comes back.
Okay. All right. Ready.
Ready will also ready his action.
Okay. Yao Mei.
I assumed I landed prone.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to get up. And then I guess I'm just going to kind of like run through here. And I will also ready an attack.
Okay. You now see this spectre emerge to the north. It flies past you and passes through this door to the south.
Wait.
That little bitch.
Vindaros.
I'm just going to spread out a little bit and still ready my attack action. Comes within range.
Leaf.
Stay there.
Twig.
Continue to ready action.
Okay, ready.
Same thing. Wait, but I have a question.
Yep.
When that ghost passed through, could he have been hit by my ranged attack that I readied last?
Oh, I didn't think I realized it was a ranged attack.
Yeah, I think I didn't. I didn't realize.
Were you like holding a firebolt?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. As it is flying down through here, it kind of moves away from these statues and heads towards the wall down here. Describe how you kill the last of these specters with your firebolt.
I grab my staff and I'm looking at it with a lot of hate in my eyes because these guys, they're horrible. And I point my staff and unleash like the biggest firebolt that I can muster.
Nice. You kind of aim just like a little bit before it as it's moving like pretty rapidly through the room, and you just all four of you just watch as this firebolt just almost as if in slow motion just, and you see this ghostly form kind of almost move its hands like this a little bit as if it's like trying to stop its movement mid-air as it just isn't able to slow itself down fast enough and just drifts straight into this firebolt, which just spreads across its body and just as the sort of smoke from this firebolt clears, the spectre also has disappeared.
I retract my statement about it being a little bitch. That was so cool.
Oh.
That was so cool.
Vindaros looked to make his way over to Twig and say, Good work, good work. And as he taps him on the shoulder, also lay on hands for 10 points to Twig.
Ooh.
And then it's more of a warmth that you feel, none of that cold energy. That's the one that tickled your soul earlier.
Thank you very much.
So that was for 10.
But yeah,
Awesome.
Twig, your maximum hit points don't return.
Do I get a sense of how long that will last, or if it'll be very long lasting?
All you know is you feel like you need to lie down, you feel unwell, your life force has been reduced, and you feel this intense desire to rest. Perhaps to sleep for a long time to recover.
Now, you might be able to answer this question. If I heal for 5 points, which I did for 10,
Yep.
for Twig, it doesn't neutralize Twig's effect?
Only if it says it does. What does it say it does?
I don't know its effect. It says disease or neutralizes one poison affecting. Oh, I'll post it. Oh, it's actually in the chat.
Yeah, okay, so neutralize one. Wait, hold on. Points from your pool healing to cure the target of one disease or neutralize one poison. No, it's neither a disease nor a poison.
Okay. Just making sure. I don't know what it is, but just in case I could relieve some of that.
Thank you.
I'll also take a quick second to heal myself.
All right. Cool. Let's call it there for the session.
That water trap, I was talking to Angelo about it before. So bloody good. So good.
Yeah, I felt panicked. I was like,
Yeah.
drowning is one of my fears.
Yeah. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it's just so visceral, like a thing. And if we can't get out, like,
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried about it when I made it, that if you, kind of all sort of did different things and weren't able to, because I, again, didn't really know, like, how you were going to do it. I didn't think of, like, clogging it with the bedrolls.
That's
So that was
idea.
good. And, like, then Vindaris, like, breaking through. I assumed, like, people would probably be able to, like, break through the door. But I did think, like, shit, what if they don't try that? Like, what if they don't kind of think, like, luckily, like, you were able to break down a door earlier on in the session, so you kind of knew that could be done.
yeah, it definitely helped, because otherwise I wouldn't have done that and I would have just panicked.
Yeah, and in saying that, there was only room for one person to do that, to break the
Yeah.
door. So if that person that attempted it didn't move out the way, then you had to wait until it cleared.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
that's
did think
exactly
of
why I
that
was like,
as
didn't
well.
work. I'm getting out of the way. I'm not gonna hog the door space because I'm clearly not getting through these doors today. In any time I'm trying, it's just not working. So I was like, leave the spot for Vindaris. I'll figure something else out, because I was already thinking, like, I'm gonna clog this with my bedroll. Like, that's because I already had in my thoughts, what's in my inventory that I can use to block these? Oh, cool, I've got a bedroll. Oh, I didn't actually equip my winter clothes at any point. Great, so that's 2. I was like, I had it in my head already. The cogs were turning. I was like, okay, ready to go. Let's do it. I got so many options.
All right. Have some XP. You survived the flooded room and killed the Animalfolk Specters. And also got the treasure. That was cool how you worked out how to do that as well without setting that off. That was good.
If you
I
don't mind
found
me
it
asking,
quite fun.
can we know if it was like a gas or a little fireball happening?
It was
within
going to be a
the
gas.
explosive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so actually if Reddy had held his breath, he would have been okay doing that. Well, I think so. Actually, I was kind of thinking about it because I was thinking, like, if you could just hold your breath, like almost anyone could sort of run into the room and just grab whatever is in there and just hold their breath. So I was thinking, like, maybe the gas is kind of a bit more like a sort of a tear gas or some sort of like